How you doing, everybody? Well, all two of you, three. Hope you're all doing well. It's beautiful summer day here in Adelaide. I think temperature's getting up to 30 degrees Celsius. I believe I'm catching up with my son tonight, and we're going to go to the beach, or for a drive to the beach anyway. Maybe have dinner, and we'll see what happens. Kind of a weird time to start a stream for everyone in the US. I'm sure I send my apologies out to those that will miss it because of the time. Late at night, it's usually talking to Crystal or playing World of Warships or both. She already says I'm addicted. I don't think I was addicted to Zandy and Popeye though. Every time I jump on there, those two they seem to be on there all the time. So I hope everyone's having a good day anyway. Okay, for watching, nobody talking. Don't be shy. I won't bite. Have had my first coffee, so wow, it really is quiet. Maybe I should have gone straight on the World of Warships. I reckon I could find a couple of people in there. I think everyone is everyone's sleeping or out enjoying the day. I was out earlier just for a little bit and enjoying the super weather we've got. But that's Adelaide for you. Did catch up with Popeye's earlier stream. It's pretty depressing listening about the chair getting a donation for the young girl in the wheelchair and not passing it on. Got a piece of shit. And then films himself going out and giving other people money. I mean, seriously, I think listening to Andy earlier, I have to agree totally. If you want to be charitable and help people out and give them money, you don't go out and film it. If you're out there filming yourself doing that shit, then it's obviously not from the heart. You sort of all about the look at me fucking syndrome. Tell you what, Philippines seems like a pretty nice place and some really cool people over there, but it also seems to attract the maggots. It's a bit of a shame. Hey, DR, how you doing, mate? Yeah, I had a little bit of a break. Good to see you still around, mate. Hope you're doing well. I don't know where Crystal is. She's probably lurking in the background there somewhere. Seems, well, good to hear, mate. Does seem to be pretty quiet on YouTube these days, um, which is a nice change. It did get a little bit out of control there for a while, but this tit for tat videos was just went a little bit too far. If someone doesn't like you, you're not going to change them, and I don't think making a video about them is really going to help. But to each their own, and I guess it's the platform. Hey, how you doing, Rayman? Good to see you, man. Not much, Rayman. Just enjoying a beautiful day in Adelaide. Going to be 30 degrees Celsius here. It's sunny, blue skies. I was talking to the girl earlier. Hopefully catching up with my son later. We're going to go for a drive down to the beach and yeah. Well, we had a break for a couple of weeks there, Rain Man. So it's every now and again it's good to just walk away from YouTube and enjoy a few other things. Like I said, it's good to come back and see that there's not so much drama. Yeah, I needed the break, Rain Man. I mean, I like the format away from the Matrix. Yeah, you do need to detoxify. It's a shame, yeah. I mean, it's just a great platform, but it can get toxic. Pull me back in. Yeah, it does. Well, bottom line, Rain Man, it's a good place to chat and meet with people. Yeah, that's really close. But you guys will know anyway when that happens. But, no, actually, I spent a couple of weeks going out. I spent it with my son and gone out and having just a few too many drinks, and shit happens. You got to get out now and again. Now, speaking of the Matrix, Ray, man, I tell you, my son always fills me in on what's happening in the movie world because he's an avid. Uh, he loves going to the movies and told me he reckons that the Joker, the new Joker movie, is the best movie he's ever seen. Haven't seen it yet. Oh yeah, Ray, man, I'm ready for the football, mate. It's a pretty poor start for the Steelers, but I think we're going to pick up from here. Um, but yeah, he said the Joker was a great movie. Haven't seen it myself, and he said he'd seen the latest Stallone movie, Last Blood, and he reckons it's probably one of the most violent films he's seen. So that's saying a lot, considering there's some pretty violent films out there. I'm just hoping that with the Steelers, one of these rookie quarterbacks comes out of nowhere and really makes a name for himself. I mean, they got the opportunity now with Ben out, so fingers crossed. Anyway, Junior, Jesus, how you doing? Haven't seen you for a while. Thought we'd lost you to the Matrix. But yeah, I've been catching a few football games. Unfortunately, your Sunday football, we get that early hours on Monday morning, and they'll put two games on here, and then I think it's Friday or Saturday they replay a couple. But I believe that the Steelers had a bye this weekend, so you guys can confirm that or not. I haven't seen. I do get a news feed now and again, and I'm sub to the Steelers page here on YouTube, so try and keep in touch that way. Unfortunately, the Patriots still seem to be looking pretty hot. So, but anything can happen at the end of the year. So it's good to see guys still out and about. Actually, DR was watching some channel that deals with Canadians. I think a lot of the Canadian actors that probably people don't even know are Canadian. And I watched one just recently on a guy called Jay Silverheels, who was Tonto in the original Lone Ranger series. It's amazing how many actors and musicians are Canadian, and you just don't realise that. You kind of assume a lot of them are just American, but hunting, cool. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Andy? Hang on, I'll put a thing in for you, mate. I heard you earlier on Popeye's show, and yeah, I can't agree with you more about the charity thing. If you're serious about charity, you don't go filming yourself doing that shit. Yeah, DR, it is true. Lots of Canadian actors and musicians, we just take it for granted, and I guess living on the other side of the world here, we just assume a lot of them are American. But yeah, I was kind of surprised. Andy, I was just saying that Jay Silverheels, the guy who played Tonto in the original Lone Ranger series, was a Canadian. I believe he was a Mohawk Indian by descent. Pretty talented guy, but I guess back in those days, we only know him through the TV series The Lone Ranger. So, Jedi, how you doing, brother? Good to see you, mate. Amani, how you doing? Oh, I should better check that back room. Yep, we got Andy sitting in the back room there. Hey, how you doing, Cobber?
Yeah, no, pretty good, thanks. Yeah, no, fucking. I was kind of hoping that you were gonna, because I've got this fucking. I wanted to have a talk to you about fucking warships. That's all. I know I might bore some fucking people.
Yeah, thanks for that container, mate. That container had so much shit. That's pretty cool.
Well,
That Japanese cruiser, it's got me a lot of laughs actually, because the first time I used it, I put in the chat before the battle started. I said, "Don't ram me because I'm made in China and I'll break easily," which everyone seemed to fucking piss themselves
is
laughing
that
at.
like the Hugh Hen or something?
Yeah.
Because when you said it, I thought it had the look at it, and yeah, it's actually I think it's the Poms might have made it, because these are set up in you know, realistically, that shit was built probably before fucking Taiwan was a fucking thing. It's
You
probably
know, I even used the torpedoes, mate, and I managed to fucking blow up an island.
if you're anything like me, it's like no crap. Most of the time, I'm like, I'll put on the torpedo goes, you can't fire yet. What do you mean I can't fucking fire? Well, it shouldn't it be just fire? You know, all right, I'm not fucking aiming at anything, but that's you know what I mean? You shouldn't
No, work for me.
fire anything. Oh no.
Work for me straight away.
Well, it depends on where they are, how they're pointed, I guess.
Yeah, Jedi, I'm good, mate. I hope you're well too. What can I say, mate? Fucking living in Adelaide, it's a perfect fucking day outside.
I know. I just hung my washing on the line, actually. Fucking.
Yeah, did my washing a few days ago. So.
What? Yeah, no. I just it was I did a load yesterday. This is like 1,000 shit. So I thought I'd fucking I do, you know, because I do all them separately. I mean, hell, once upon a time I used to throw. See, I don't know what this fuck was coming to. I've fucking gone sober now for fucking got almost 20. I reckon about 20 weeks. And oh my god, I'm separating my washing. Once upon a time, I just threw it all in the fucking same thing. Threw some fucking powder in, or off you in. Now it's like separating shit. Oh my god, fucking roll on my socks up. I don't know what the fuck's going on, man. It's fucking scaring me.
Oh my god, fucking Gunner. I just got a email from him. Ain't sent anything in a bit, so here it is with a bang. Some days you got to just let it all out, air out, and it's just there's a picture of a nice Harley here with a fat guy naked with his ass fucking hanging out. Jesus Christ. Thanks, Gunner. I appreciate that.
At least he's back with a bang, so to speak.
Yeah. I spoke to him the other day, mate. Yeah, he's all good.
Okay, I've seen he's on fucking because I'm talking to a guy. Yeah, there was that Ren 089.
Ren 089.
He was on Pop He's on the Asia server, but he wants to get on the US server.
Oh, okay.
So I'm talking on him in Steam or talking on chat, typing about because he's like, because everyone I know has fucking that's gone from the Asia server. They've gone from the Asia server to the North American server. Had to re-download the program, lose all their fucking and lost all their shit that they had on the Asia server. Had to do it again. And this guy, I just said that to him. That's why I just didn't willy-nilly send the fucking link out. I wanted to talk to him because having this information now, I ended up fucking. Like you said, he's got, from what he's been doing for the last couple of years, he's got all his dudes are ranked up and shit. So Chris is the answer. But I can't remember what fucking, we'll have to fucking find Chris again. We'll have to write it down. Although I suppose I could probably find it in your, one of those streams, eh?
Chris?
Yeah.
Oh, Chris G?
The guy that was telling us how to do the different way with the computer?
I think Chris G. Yeah, I think that's who it was, Chris G.
So, fucking So, but it would appear, like I said, if we battle together, the more we battle together, the more points, recruitment points I get, and then, like I said, and then I can at the moment I can share with you and Dave, and I guess and I think Blitz and Gunner as well. But I've only shared with you. Testing it because I don't have that.
Yeah, I was shocked, mate, to fucking see a ship in that container. It's like, what the fuck? But I did play around with it for a while. I tell you, it's a lot different game when you're in a cruiser. I mean, you're getting so many more hits in and firing so much more, which is cool.
Oh no,
much more maneuverable. But I tell you, the two things is one, you don't do the damage, and secondly, you take a hit from a battleship, mate. You take it broadside and you're gone.
Oh, well, tell me about it. I was in my fucking Pensacola. I was minding my own business, being a good lad. But no crap, a North Carolina battleship, which I couldn't even see, wasn't even on my screen. All right, it shot me from like 20 kilometers away and hit me with every shot. And that took me out in an instant. I was like, get the fuck out. And, you know what I mean? From you know, I mean, hell, well, me from 20 kilometres, like I said, I mean, I'm getting better, but you got to practice it, I guess. But that's what shits me off, all right? The kind of things that annoy me about this game, in a way, are, all right, so I get into my tier 6. So there's 4 fucking shit. There's 4 tier 6s on the fucking thing and 4 tier 8s. How's that fucking work?
Look, I was like that too, but you know it works both ways because there's been games where I've put my tier 5 battleship in there, and I'm saying tier 7s and that in there with me again. I have to fight against, but then other times it's been where I've had my tier 5 battleship, and then there's tier 4 ships in there with me. So it just depends on who's around at the time.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, but
it should be. But I know why they do it. They do it so that they make sure that there's always a heap of ships in the battle. If you're limited to just say,
and the but is that if we're in a division together, and I'm level 6 and you're on level 4 or level 8, we can't fucking go into battle because you can only be one apart. So if we can only be one apart, then surely when you go into a battle, you'd expect the same. You know,
yeah, I agree. But then does that, when we say one apart, does that, like, say if I go in as a 5 and you go in as a 6, does that mean there can be 7s and 4s in there? You know what I mean? That's a big spread.
Yeah, no, that is a big spread. But like I said, we just were going on because who was I with? I was with someone and they're like, "Oh no, we can go." I'm like, "No, we can't. You have to change, and that's that." Because it won't let me hit click battle. So So on those grounds alone, you just think that you'd be reasonable about it. Because like I said, we're talking 6s and 8s. We're not talking 6s, 7s, and 8s. We're talking 6s and 8s. You know, that just seems.
That's because that's what's around at the time. You know what I mean? And they do.
But on lower levels, they'll just throw computers in there. You know what I mean? Mind you, they are pretty useless. Like I said, here I am. I'm playing. I've got 4 computers on my side, and there's 8 computers on the other side, and my 4 computers are always shit.
The bots aren't that bad. I mean, I've been in a couple of battles. Like one last night, I was in the cruiser, and that Chinese cruiser, and no bullshit, the bots fucking ripped through the team. There's at the end, myself, and one aircraft carrier had to win the battle. That's all that was left, and there was about 3 bots around. We had to take them out one by one. But some of the players are fucking. I mean, I understand. We all knew at one time, so it does take a little while. But what I'm getting pissed off with is the glory hunters, the ones that just out for the kills and.
Well, you'll like this. I'm on my battleship. I'm floating along. This fucker comes along. He's not watching where he's going. I see him, so I turn to try and avoid him. And thank fuck I did turn, because otherwise he would have just hit me straight on. And these torpedoes that were fired at me would have got me. But instead, because I turned, he slid along my fucking side, and the torpedoes sank him. Dumb cunt. He didn't say a fucking thing to me, eh?
That's called karma.
That is called karma. He didn't say anything because he was in the wrong. But like I said, I understand too that it's easy to get caught up in shift when your guns reload so quickly.
I tell you how I got a guy to move. The other day we were all fucking in a massive fight. We all got damaged and shit. And I seen this guy fucking hiding. One of our own guys hiding. Not his ship's untouched. He's in a cruiser, hiding behind an island, not doing anything. So I just fired at the island next to him and put in the message thing: "Get out of there, or the next one's sinking you, buddy." I'll be pink for.
Yeah, no, see, like, yeah, no, I hear. Look, I mean, look, I said I've had lots of incidents where people just basically pull out in front of me, like fucking, or like I said, there was a guy that was beeping, and I thought, where's that fucking noise coming from? Next thing you know, this cunt fucking, runs into me because he's in a battleship. If you've got enough time to tell me to get out the way, you got enough time to fucking turn. You know what I mean? I didn't see him. I'm going this way.
Yeah, but the new guys, and when you're new, you sometimes you see my battleship. Yeah, Raymond. But when you're new, a lot of times you get so caught up in what you're doing, you're not watching what's around you.
Yeah. Oh no. It's like I said, it's easy to get caught up in it. You know what I mean? It'd be like, there's lots of things like that. Well, I mean,
Well, it's lots of things to learn, Andy. Like when I was in the cruiser, that Chinese cruise, I couldn't believe how quick it is because I'm getting into, like not watching enough, and I'm finding myself in the middle of the shit real quickly because I've just got there so fast. I used to have that game, Rain Man, the electronic battleship game. That was a great game. Milton Bradley, great games. I still like playing board games. Have to do it sometime.
There are a couple other tricks that I found. It's cost 2,500 doubloons to start your own clan.
Oh, right? Yeah.
So I don't know. So I was thinking maybe we should even E6. Don't you mean E6? Well, that was battleships. Sorry, my little brain. I just sort of fucked out. I'm talking time to this guy as well at the same time. But anyhow, yeah, no fucking. If you in a battle, if you're against somebody, all right, I'm guessing you can probably do it on your own side as well, right? Because I was in a battle and this dude, I missed it because I wasn't concentrating on the chat. I was fucking concentrating on something else. And I seen afterwards that he said, "Hey there, USS Texas." Because I'd hit him. I'd fucking fired a salve off and fucking done some damage to him. So he said, "Hey there, how are you?" And so I actually ended up sending he ended up sinking me in the end. So I sent a compliment to him. And you can send, if you click on their name, in that, if you press tab and it brings up the screen of who's playing, and you see their name. If you right click on it, you can actually do a couple of things. You can send a message to them. I think you can, and you can compliment them too. So I actually said something like, "Well played" or something like that. You know what I mean? Like I said, there's little things that I keep finding.
There's some good guys out there. Like last night, I was in a battle with that cruiser, and I had this guy come up beside me, and he messaged me and said, "Look, I'm just give you some support." I think it was in the Texas at the time, actually, and because he didn't think my AA was working, because he was asking me if it was turned on, but then he checked it and said, "Oh, no, it's working." But I was there, and then took off. But yeah, he came over because he thought my AA wasn't working, which was really cool. Not many guys take the time to do that shit. They don't play the game properly. They don't take it seriously. I mean, it's a game, but you want to play the game properly.
Yeah, but we're coming from the perspective that we're a lot older. Most of them are just kids. So, I mean, I'm assuming they're kids. At the end of the day, I've got no idea how old any.
Some of them are old fellas too. I watched a competition. They do a world competition. They had Germans versus UK guys. That was back in 2016. They had that Mighty Jingles guy was part of the UK team.
They had one the Euro fucking championships or some fucking thing on Saturday night. I reckon. I watched a bit of it. That looked really, really full on, actually.
Yeah,
hiding, and hell, I mean, we'd have to be playing for a few years to get to that level. But it's. Like I said, I keep learning. There's lots of little things I keep learning. Like I said, with the container, they sent me a fucking thing saying about it, and I actually said, I thought I got 20 minutes. It's kind of weird. I was on fucking fire, red hot, right? And they sent me this fucking thing, and I thought, well, just I'll have a bit of a rest for a second and do this fucking survey. I come back and it was like, you did not fucking. I mean, I got a 0 fucking score on my Texas, USS Texas. I was like, I fired it, you fired it, cunts, but I got a fucking 0 score. I didn't hit anything. Fucking, I couldn't do anything fucking right. I'm like, that's a bit. Fuck, I wasn't happy because like I said, I was on fire, and then hell.
You got a Marnie saying hello to you in the chat there. I even invited you to a division last night, and you fucking ignored it.
if I was in a battle, see if the little crosses come up and they say that says I'm in a battle. So that would have been the only reason that I ignored it, was that I was in a battle, I imagine. Unless I wasn't in a battle, unless I was doing something else. Because I might have been doing my horse races, because my horse, the horse races today. So I was thinking, sometimes I, because I don't normally have a 20-minute fucking break, but well, that's what the hell. And I reckon I probably took at least that long at least, because I was doing this fucking thing, and I was actually, because when at the end they're like, and what else do you want to say about this? And I said, oh, actually, I really got nothing else to say about this, but I do want to talk about playing with your friends, which is really hard. I said, even with trying to sync it, like, so I put a few fucking, I put another comment down there rather than,
well,
because
this division thing of three, division of three is too limiting.
Absolutely.
I think that they should make it like even a maximum of 6 would be good,
Well, when it comes down to things like clans, and you can only do, because this is not like we play in VC where we all go on a fucking map, we all choose to go on a map and play it. This is like, a whole
random.
Exactly. So realistically, like I said, I read in there that in the forums that they felt that, too many people, even 4 people would influence the fucking server too much. But I don't think that's the case. I mean, especially like I said, some of the people I play with, they all go. Even if we say let's go somewhere, some of them just go their own fucking way. What do I say?
Yeah, I know. Rain Man, they do have the Bismarck, they have the Turpets, they got the Hood, they got all those shit. Can you hunt them? Well, actually, soon you can, Rain Man, because they're just beta testing submarines at the moment.
Quite interesting what they do with that, because they're just as likely. I mean, realistically, you know what I mean.
Well, it's going to be more work. It's going to take the destroyers away from the game a little bit, because the destroyers will be chasing and hunting down the submarines. But from what I've seen, the submarines are very susceptible to attacks from aeroplanes, so the carriers will be your best defense against the submarines.
Yeah, look, I mean, but
one thing you learn, Rain Man, is you learn to hate torpedoes in this game.
Oh,
that's what you should have put that in there, Andy, about the torpedoes. They should be more realistic, and there should be a failure rate to them, because they were never that fucking good during the war. And I'd like to see that with some hit you and that don't explode.
But realistically, most of with submarines, I mean, most of the time, submarines were taking out fucking, convoys of fucking, unarmed ships, and they'd have a few destroyers and fucking mines.
Once they put the destroyers in those convoys, it did make it hard for submarines. They really had a hell of a time once the destroyers were put out there with those depth charges. So, what's this, Rain Man? I don't think they can hunt down the Nautilus since it's 10,000 leagues under the sea. You crazy bastard, Rain Man. Actually, Rain Man, I'm surprised at how many people are actually from this YouTube community we got here have actually started playing the game. It's quite addictive. Yeah, I think it was 20,000 leagues under the sea, wasn't it, Andy?
20,000 leagues under the sea. Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, Jules Verne, yeah.
Yep. So yeah, no fucking. I mean, I'm in the game at the moment, but like I said, then then this guy came on. What's it called? Because I've been keeping an eye out for him, because I sent him an invitation to Steam, and I think he's in the Philippines, and he's been playing on the Asian server from all accounts, and so he wants to play on the US, but he's a US guy, so he wants to play on the US server. He doesn't,
I'm enjoying the North American server.
Oh, me too. But realistically, though, I mean, hell, we had a dude the other day he's like fucking saying something or other. Some cunts like Portuguese, German.
Yeah, French. I had a guy talking French. It's like, what the fuck?
French,
No
that's
idea.
what this thing's like Francois and Francais. And like, yeah, well, fuck, I didn't.
Actually, when I was talking shit about the Chinese cruiser I was in, I had one guy saying, "I'm in a French fucking cruiser. Should I be going backwards? Should I be running away?" I felt like saying, "No, that's just the Italian cruisers you do that."
But that's that funny part about things is that, you know, realistically, okay, it was an important war, I guess, but that's the only fucking time they actually surrendered. They didn't surrender in World War One, you know, and you know, and some of them surrendered in World War Two because, you know, there's a fuckload of them in the Free French in England, you know, and like I said, and then there's the other side of the coin too, that the Maginot Line, where you could blame Belgium because, you know, they didn't have.
They went around it.
They went around the Maginot Line. That's it. So it's one of those fucking things.
Yeah, I don't know. People like to give the French a hard time, but yeah, I mean, people forget that you had Charles de Gaulle fighting the battle for the French from outside of France. You know.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. I mean, hell, yeah, the Vichy kind of fucking.
Well, Vichy France, that were the ones that sided with Germany, wasn't it? Vichy France.
Yep. I mean, like I said, I mean, and the war could have been a whole different kettle of fish if Hitler had a soft spot for the Poms, let fucking 400,000 troops or whatever it was at Dunkirk escape. They could have fucking rolled on. They fucking held their troops up on purpose because he thought it, you know, that he might be able to fucking negotiate a peace with them because he really didn't want to take them on. But
MJ,
no, didn't he?
Hey, hang on, I've got to address the chat here, Andy.
No,
MJ. Belgium wasn't allied with Hitler, but what happened was because of the Maginot Line, which is a line that the French had set up facing Germany with guns off of battleships stuck in big concrete bunkers aimed at the Germans. What happened is the Germans, when they did their blitzkrieg, they went around those guns and threw Belgium into France and avoided the Maginot Line. But no, Belgium wasn't allied with them. You don't trust the French? You'd be surprised, mate. Got to remember the French did a lot for the US at one stage when you were fighting for your independence against England. So Belgium stood idle while Germany molested its way through Europe. Well, they didn't stand idle. They just weren't able to that blitzkrieg thing. You know, that Germany planned out that really well. Actually, they just were overcome by and Belgium's a small place, MJ. And not all Belgians are like that. Remember, Pascal's a good guy. But Belgium's one of those places that was always in the middle of everything, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, look, I told you about that. I mean, watch it on that Mark Felton Productions, the World War II thing, and he was talking about there was this dude who escaped Belgium, went to England, lied about his age, got into the fucking foreign squadron, had a fucking hurricane or something like that, put as much ammo and fuel and shit on it as he could, went and did his mission in France where he had to bomb a train or some fucking thing, and then told his fucking partner to go back to England, and then he fucked off to Belgium and fucking shot up the fucking Gestapo headquarters and killed like half a dozen fucking top guys in the Gestapo and fucking dropped some flags and shit. So, you know, it's always the way. I mean, there's always, you find, you know, some...
Jedi, that's a really good, subject, but I'm not so sure. Jedi just said here the Germans would have won the Second World War if they had left Russia. I don't think they would have won, but I tell you what, the war would have dragged on for a lot longer, and it would have been a fucking it would have been a lot harder for them. Yeah, Italy and Japan were allied, but Italy was the same thing, Jedi. Mussolini allied himself with Germany, but the Italian people not so much. I think a lot of people, a lot of Italians, didn't like the idea of being allied. So I think they too, like the French, were working behind the lines against the Germans. But yeah, I think that was one of the big mistakes Hitler made for sure. Jedi was attacking Russia. That was just the actions of a madman. But I'm still. I think once America hit World War II, their hey babe, hey Dawn. I think once America's got in, their manufacturing might was so great, and their you know, I think that was always going to turn the course of the war. And you've got to remember, America had a lot of time to prepare. That's right, Rayman. They were part of it. Oh, I didn't know that, MJ. That's I didn't know.
Is that yeah, I know they were trying to. The Nazis were always trying to find influence. It's well, it's a funny thing, I mean, when you think about the crimes of Nazi Germany, but yet they still there were other things that they abided, other rules of war they abided by.
South America, I think, like maybe Argentina or something like that, also had were sympathisers to it too, but I can't be 100% sure on it. But I think once America got involved, it was kind of game over. That even Yamamoto, after he bombed Pearl Harbor, the famous saying was that his own words were, "I fear we have awoken a sleeping giant," which is pretty well what they did. America was able. That's like the attack on Pearl Harbor. Everyone talks about losing all those battleships. Well, they were out of date. Those battleships were old, and America had. They could have lost them at any time. There was no big deal to them. They just, for them, it would have been a bigger blow if the Japanese had sunk their aircraft carriers. That would have changed the war in the Pacific for sure. Yeah, that's right, MJ. I know that Argentina were, but America's manufacturing power was just too great for anyone at that time, and they had the manpower, and they were putting out ships like nobody's business, and they had time to learn and put out ships that were fucking way more advanced than a lot of other countries. I mean, I think by the end of the war, we would talk. People always talk about ships like the Bismarck and the Tirpitz, the Yamamoto, but the American Missouri class at the end of the war, those things were monsters.
Yeah, no. Sympathetic, yeah, no, that would be the case.
Yeah,
But,
yeah, they were pathetic.
Some countries they're always trying to fucking, curry favour with these places.
Well, you know what? I think people were hedging their bets because at that time, especially at the beginning of the war, there's probably some of those small countries that probably thought that Germany may win here.
Well, that's what I told you. I watched the thing the other day where Mussolini basically fucked up his North Africa campaign and threw some planes over so he could be part of the Battle of Britain, or the Blitz. I think the Blitz was the second part of the Battle of Britain, just so he could be in on the fucking spoils.
Jedi, I'm going to disagree with that one, Jedi. I mean, yeah, he was a madman, but the high intellect, I think what Hitler had was charisma. He had the charisma, and he had the generals behind him who really knew what they were doing. The problem with Hitler was, at the end of the day, he didn't listen to his generals. Yeah, he was on drugs, mate, speed and whatever, amphetamines. But if he'd listened to his generals, it would have made it fucking a lot harder for the rest of the world.
And his astrologers, he shouldn't have listened to his astrologers either. And he shouldn't have taken, or his doctor who was giving him a fucking concoction of
Speed.
well, yeah, amongst other things, fucking hell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking, so, it's one of those things.
But yeah, he definitely had charisma. I would say that. I mean, you look at it. He was a corporal in World War One and the fucking leader of a country during World War Two.
He got an Iron Cross in World War One too. I don't know what for though. I've never actually fucking looked it up. But I know he got an Iron Cross. It might have been Class 2 or something like that. Fucking.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, MJ, it was his biggest mistake, and his generals told him that. But he got to the point where he believed his own fucking bullshit and thought he could do anything. MJ just said going into Russia was his biggest mistake.
Yeah, most definitely his biggest mistake. He lost 3 million on the Eastern Front. So
How you doing, Gunner? Good to see you, mate.
Oh, for fuck's sake, it's him. Come on, cunt.
Yeah, that was it, Jedi. That's what I'm saying. It was his charisma, and he was able to, like, the German people were like putty in his hands, but at the same time, um, if you looked at Germany before World War II, they were making a lot of money, but the money was being taken out of the country by Jewish industrialists. So it was easy to get the population on his side at the time. Good on you, man. Wish I could just collect guns that easy, but yeah, it does seem weird, MJ. But he promised them the world, I guess, and and after World War One, you've got to remember Germany was down for a long time, so it was easy to get the people on his side. Like I said, they believed his shit, and at the end of the day, he believed his own shit. But German technology, World War II, they had some brilliant. I mean, nothing at the beginning of that war came close to their Tiger tanks. Nothing. Their guns were pretty well made, and the German engineering was incredible. He managed to blindfold many of the German public to what he was really going on until the end of the war. Yeah, I agree, MJ. He did. Yeah, that was the problem, MJ, and he was able to use that. I think the war would have went a lot different if Hitler would have taken the world, not taken the world so many fronts. I agree, but I don't think he would have won Gunner still. I think once America became into it, there was no one that was going to match the manpower or the manufacturing might of the US. I think the Japanese really, really misread that situation.
See, there's another thing that, realistically, Hitler fucked up too, because on the grounds that he didn't have to declare war on America, but he did. If he hadn't.
No, see, this is, I understand that part, but once Japan bombed the US and they got into the war, they were always going to fucking jump in and they would have declared war against Germany, I think.
Probably, but maybe not. I mean, realistically.
Realistically, they would have, Andy. They were looking for a reason for a long time to get involved.
Of course, I know that, but they also sent a lot of troops. I mean, we don't know, what the people were like at the time. I mean,
if America didn't get involved in that war, the world would have been a fucking much different place, and America may have been under pressure because there's no way the UK or England were going to last much longer. They weren't going to hold out a lot longer. Europe was pretty well his. I think America had no choice. They would have had to go to war with Germany one way or the other. Yeah, but German had a lot of manufacturing, yeah, but what happened to that manufacturing? He got into that war, mate. They just bombed the shit out of it. You know? Same with, there's one time their Tiger tanks were useless because they were running out of fuel because America were just bombing their fuel dumps and their refineries. So, it would have been way different if America hadn't got involved. But once America got involved, and Andy knows I'm pro-American, but I think it's reasonable to say that the manpower and the manufacturing might of America was second to none. To be honest with you,
until you people think I'm anti-America, I'm not. I'm not anti-America. I'm just not as fucking pro as him. That's all. Fucking hell. I mean, it's one of those things. I've been brought up as. I mean, like I said, I probably not all of this. I'm not going to say all of this, but I probably know the history of America better than some Americans for sure.
I reckon I do too. But I mean, and one of the things that I really found that was really disappointing about America, and I'm sure this, Andy, as well as probably some of the other guys out there, is that when they teach history, they only teach the history that they want their students to know, and they only teach American history. They don't teach them world history as such. They're very lacking in world history, which is kind of sad, but they concentrate on their own history, and then it's one of those things where the victors write the story, so they only get the one side of it.
Yeah, no, look, Look, I said, I like Americans. I've got American friends, eh? I don't know all my friends, all you fucking American cunts. I mean,
well, we got a lot in common. We're both countries that were pretty well colonized and by the British, and we have a lot in common with Americans. I guess the biggest difference with us and America is that England really screwed them over, and that they got rid of them. English have screwed us over, and we've just fucking not really done much about it.
Yep.
MJ, you would be fucking very surprised, mate. For one, we're probably one of America's closest allies, and we don't need America to survive, buddy. That's the bottom line. We produce fucking more than we can eat, food-wise. We're fucking one of the most mineral-rich countries in the world. No, actually, MJ, you'd be surprised. A lot of the great ideas that America uses now come from the UK, Australia. Don't get on your fucking high horse there, Fluffy.
Fluffy.
No, you never used to feed us, mate. We've always fucking fed ourselves. Andy just wants to be an American, that's all.
Huh? What was that? Well, see, no, realistically, that's what I mean, kind of, I usually have those, what the heck? I think I might do it right now because I know I can. Just so you know, I mean, at the end of the day, here's a part of me that actually, that you guys should understand, the rebel, don't tread on me. What's that? I mean, hey, I agree, 100%. And possibly I was born in maybe in a past life I was an American. Who can say? Who can know? Hey, get the pirate. I've been watching Black Sails. That's why I had the pirate.
Yeah. I'm Rain Man. I'm pretty sure it was Winston Churchill's mother who was American. Hell, you even had a divorced American married the one-time future king of England.
Yep. And Winston Churchill's mum was an American.
Yeah.
Hey, Hey, look, she got a good personality. I don't give a fuck if she's short and fat. Like I said, as long as I'm allowed to have a tank in the backyard and a bunker in the backyard and maybe an AA gun, we're all good.
These guys put too much emphasis on how a girl looks, I think.
America, come on, bail us out. Pardon?
No, that's not true at all, MJ. I don't know where you fucking got schooling from, mate, but maybe we need to send you back to school. Now, I'll tell you what, Fluffy. You want to come on and I'll put the link in there. If you want to come on and fucking argue that, Fluffy, please feel free. You fucking gangster. Actually, no, Gunner, that's not true. Andy doesn't hate guns.
I didn't say that. I mean, I've fired guns before. Yeah.
No, but I've never heard Andy say he hates guns. I think what Andy's always argued is the laws concerning guns.
Yeah, no. I mean, I used to be in Army Reserve, so I fired a F1 submachine gun and a SLR rifle. But I really enjoyed the submachine gun, actually. And I fired air pistols when I was, just these days. The older I get, it's, my views have changed since. I mean, heck, once upon a time, like I said, now don't think like that. But when we were younger, some of the things, probably would agree with you.
I'll tell you what I was watching, Andy. You might find this interesting. I was watching a documentary on Douglas MacArthur. His father was a Civil War veteran and a Medal of Honor winner in the Civil War.
Wow. So that's probably, so he probably had a lot to live up to in a way, didn't he?
Well, that's what this documentary is saying.
Depends what his father was like, and I imagine if he was an old Civil War veteran that he put, and a Medal of Honor winner, back when, because, I mean, I've watched a few shows on the Medal of Honor, and sometimes you wonder. Like, there was one dude there that jumped on a grenade to save a wounded guy and got a Medal of Honor, but the wounded guy survived and he died. You know what I mean? That seems like stupidity.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I mean, look, at the end of the day, I'm not the one that makes these decisions.
How you doing, Joey?
What's up, man?
Now,
what is this, Bash America today or something, or what?
No, actually, we're not, mate. I told you, I'm pro-American, and I was just saying to everyone before that the World War II would have gone a lot different, mate, if America hadn't got involved. There's no way Germany were ever going to win once the US got involved.
Oh yeah, we know it would have turned out different. Germany would have won because you guys weren't going to beat them.
Oh, how do you know, man?
You're real, man.
It's a what if thing.
The Australian army would have beat the German army during that time.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to say this because I don't try to offend anyone, but I'm going to tell you this is a true story, Dewey. During the war in New Guinea, when they were fucking up those muddy mountains trying to take the Japanese, there was Americans and Australians there. The Australians were going fucking up that hill, mate, taking the Japanese on. American soldiers were running away to the point where MacArthur was so embarrassed about it. He had military police at the bottom of those mountains with machine guns to shoot any of the American soldiers that fucking came back down.
I don't know where you got that tall tale from.
That's not a tale, mate. That's the truth.
That sounds like a Paul Bunyan type story or something. I don't know.
No, mate. That is dead true. Lefty just had a little bit of break, but no, that was true. That did happen in New Guinea, mate. In fact, I'll tell you another story. Is Adolf Hitler lost a certain battle, and his comment to his generals was, because he was so angry about it, he said, if he'd had a fucking division of Australian stormtroopers, he said that shit would never fucking have happened.
Really? That's cool.
Australians actually, Another one was in the Vietnam War. Our biggest fight, and Andy and I were about to see this movie recently. We didn't get to see it, but the Battle of Long Tan, where the Vietnamese, 2,000 or 3,000 of them took on 108 Australian soldiers or something like that. After that battle, the Vietnamese never again took on the Australians head on, and avoided taking the Australians head on after that.
The reason why if you guys are so good in battle, apparently, then why haven't you guys won any fucking wars?
We haven't had wars, mate. We've only been allied.
You guys should be wiping fuckers out, man.
Hang on. Why do you want a war? Huh? Why do you want wars?
I'm pretty sure it's been something that you guys have been involved in. I mean,
we've been involved in pretty well every war that you've asked us to be involved in.
We've been one of your closest allies, Julie.
Every single time since World War II.
I don't know about that.
Apart from maybe
Korea. We were in Korea, Vietnam, Julie.
We followed in Afghanistan and Iraq. Or did we go to Iraq? Yeah, I think we probably went to Iraq.
We were there. Yeah, our special force. They sent SAS in with them.
We've got to about at the moment. Who is this? Oh my god, it's fucking Sergeant Shields.
He knows nothing.
MJ, in Vietnam, Australian soldiers used to carry 60 rounds of ammunition. Americans would carry over a couple of hundred.
You know why?
The Vietnamese used to run from us. The Vietnamese used to ambush Americans.
Yeah, that's true, Dewey. They didn't. When it came to Americans, were new to jungle warfare during Vietnam, but we'd just come out of an action where we'd fought in the jungles, and I've heard the Vietnamese in a documentary say that they hated fighting the Australians. They said when they fought the Americans would walk down the road and they were able to take them out. He said when it came to the Australians went straight through the jungle and they never took the fucking beaten path, mate. They always were off the path. So the Australians were just as fucking good at the jungle warfare as they were.
I know I just know America is about 5-0 in wars. I don't know what your guys' record is, but I could just say we're 5-0.
You haven't won any wars since World War II. And if you talk to Popeye, they aren't wars, they're police actions. So
what was a police action?
Well, I'm just going by Popeye said they were police actions, but seriously, you haven't won any of them. So, where are we at again?
What do you mean? What do you mean we haven't? What are you talking about, Andy?
Won any?
I don't know if you watched TV in the last 10 to 20 years, but I think we have.
I don't watch TV.
In one of our battles in Vietnam, we were hooked in there for 3 days, and we finally ran out of ammunition. So our commander gave the order to fix bayonets and charge. The Vietnamese bolted out of fright.
Damn.
There was a dude actually, a dude that got a citation from you guys. I think he got a Bronze Star and a bar, and he used to lead a fucking platoon of fucking US soldiers. Actually, fucking an Australian. He wasn't supposed to give them accounts, but he didn't tell the Australian government. Imagine that. That's what we're fucking like. We're like, fuck you. We'll do what we fucking want.
Did you guys? Was there a draft in Australia for Vietnam?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
there was. You guys did.
Yeah, that conscription we called it. Yeah. The average age of the guys we were sending over there was like 19 years old, Dewey.
Yeah.
Same as America. Americans were very young too.
We're just so much more manly than you Americans.
I don't know, man.
You know, and I was just saying in the chat, you know, the thing is, Dewey, Australia is one of America's closest allies, and you know what? Anytime America goes into a war, right or wrong, you can guarantee, mate, the Australians will always back them up. We will always back the US.
What has Australia done that's so good for America in the last 2 decades?
Mate, we can give you a list of inventions, mate. And I tell you,
I guarantee for every invention you guys have, we probably have an American version or
Americans didn't invent Wi-Fi; it was Australians. We're way ahead in surgical research.
Even things like the backhoe, the simple backhoe, mate, was an Australian invention. The utility was an Australian invention.
The what?
The what? Utes, what you call trucks over there, that was an Australian invention, the ute. We call it a utility here. Clothesline, lawnmowers.
Why don't
lefty's the same. Canada's the same. Lefty Canada will always back the US as well.
So you would think that Australia is on par with like America, like?
Oh no! I'm not saying anything like that, Dewey. I'm not. I'm just you have a distorted view though of Australia. I think.
I just fucking.
Hey, Bobsy, how you doing, mate?
I got to ruffle your guys' feathers a little bit, man.
Well, you can do that, mate. We can take it.
MJ, you got to admit that America won't teach anything that's not pro-America.
Yeah, it's like that. It is. I mean, there's a lot of shit about history that we don't really learn about.
Yeah, I agree. Well, that's what I found out when I was over there. Is that they teach American history, but then again, they only teach what they want you to know about American history. They don't teach world history as such, which is kind of sad because I think people are missing out.
I'm pretty sure they do now. I'm pretty sure their curriculums now. I'm pretty sure they do.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, I remember when I was in school, though, not much about world history, you know.
But you're just saying recently, our Prime Minister gave NASA a whole heap of money, mate, to help fund them.
Wanker. Yeah. But he is a wanker. You know, back when you guys went into Afghanistan, I swear our little fucking Johnny Howard thought himself as a deputy to George Bush, sheriff of the world. We won, yeah, and we still fucking feeling repercussions of that victory. I mean, just because George Bush said you won doesn't fucking mean you won.
We won. Hey, Andy, we're 5-0, dude. That's the record that the US has.
Hang on, Drew. I'm just going to bring up something here. Do you know that at one time you fought a war against Canada and lost?
Yeah, when was that?
1812, was it, Andy?
Yeah, 1812.
No, 1812 was wasn't that the Spanish? Was that the Spanish?
No, that was in 1812 you had a war against Canada and they beat you off.
They burnt the British Canada. They burnt the White House. They burnt the fucking White House down.
Why would we fight those fucking Canadians for?
That was a star, mate. No, Lefty, from what I know of that history, they beat them off, mate.
Although that song, The Battle of New Orleans, is about the 1812 war, so they did actually probably.
That was the British. In 1812, they were also fighting the British, yes.
So the British were coming out of Canada because, you know, realistically, at that stage, Canada was a British thing.
It was the United Kingdom, bro.
Well, it wasn't the United Kingdom then. It was fucking. It's only become the United Kingdom in the past. It's like, you know, it's like Mark and he said, you know, the ship that he got made in Taiwan. Well, Taiwan wasn't a fucking.
They didn't fight Canadians. They fought the native people in Canada, bro.
Oh, fuck.
How you doing, Commander Popeye?
I'm doing good. Fuck Taiwan. Fuck the Chinese. You know.
Hey, everything that's made here is Chinese, though, Popeye.
Well, I'm very particular with what I buy there, and I make sure it does not say "made in fucking China" in it.
Even Craftsman tools, that shit's made in China. I don't even buy tools from there no more, man.
Not the Craftsman tools that I have.
Oh yeah, that was a long time ago.
I got my grandfather's Craftsman tools.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah, those are good, man.
So, you know, I saw you went live. I just checked my lappy here, and, you know, I'm sitting here watching the Patriots play the Jets, and the half isn't even up yet, and it's 24-0. Patriots.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I knew there had to be a reason.
I wouldn't even watch it, man. Even if that was my team, the Patriots, that's boring. If my team's blowing somebody out, I'd turn off the TV, man.
Yeah, it's not good watching those.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, this is just a practice game for the what do you call it, the Super Bowl.
Well, all I can say, Papa, is I hope that the Patriots aren't blowing their load too early, mate.
Yeah, that's for damn sure. But I got my buddy Hector got his Patriots handkerchief on because it's too warm for a Patriots shirt, you know. But yeah, I had Andy on my show earlier today.
Yeah, I went and had a listen, gave you a thumbs up. I have to agree with what Andy said on your show about you don't go around giving money out like you're a charitable person and then film yourself doing it. That's a head case, mate.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely.
I mean, I probably. I mean, my parents taught me fucking right from wrong. So obviously, I don't know what's going on. I mean, I don't want to blame his parents for anything. I don't know him. I don't know him, but fuck, like I said, all of us know right from wrong at the end of the day. So fucking.
Can't blame anyone for the chair. The chair is his own person. He's made his own decisions. The guy's a worm. That's his choice to be like that.
Yeah, he has to live with it, not us.
Yeah.
Yeah, there has obviously repercussions of that for sure.
Yeah. I mean, he's done some pretty shitty things and said some fucking shitty things. But taking money that is given to him to give to a girl who's in a wheelchair and then not pass that money on, that's about as low as you can get. I was saying earlier, I don't know, there's some good people over there in the Philippines, but it does attract some fucking maggots as well.
Yeah, I'd have to say so, definitely, man. So, Miho, what have you been up to?
Hang on, Jedi. As far as Alexander, he was probably one of the greatest generals of all time and one of the last generals to lead his army from the front. Pretty well after that, generals stood on a hill and watched their armies fight. But Alexander was one of the last great generals to actually fight from the front line with his men. So probably he conquered the known world in that time. I mean, I think his first battle was something like 30 or 50,000 men against 200,000 Persians. And the Persians were the powerhouse at that time, and he kicked their ass. So definitely. But then again, you talk about his father also was a fucking great general as well.
So we're talking about past great generals and commanders.
Yeah. Well, I watched a documentary, Popeye, on Douglas MacArthur. I'm not a big fan of MacArthur, but it was interesting to see his history and that his father fought in the Civil War and was an actual Medal of Honor winner in that war.
You mean recipient?
Yes. Sorry. Yep. Thank you. Yeah. He was a recipient of the Medal of Honor, which is, that's no small feat. So it's understandable where he came from and why he was like he was, because obviously brought up in a military. He actually came out of West Point #1 in his class, the top of his class from West Point. So,
well, dude, look what he did during the Korean War. The amphibious landing. Yeah, I mean, we should have kicked Korea's ass, but you know who fucked that up, right?
Yeah. Yeah, well, the one thing, and a lot of people, and I know Andy will disagree with me here. I'm not a MacArthur fan, but he was dead right when he said that they should have fucking nuked China at the time. No, I'm dead serious. I think that they had a fucking 1 million or 2 million men on that fucking border. They should have fucking nuked them right then. China would have been out of the picture, and they wouldn't be they are now. I know, mate. I'm sorry.
Hey, Andy, you just scored 1 million points in my book, man.
Well, no, look, what's his name? Who's it? Lyndon Johnson was in charge then, was it? Who was it?
Vietnam. Lyndon Johnson from Vietnam.
No, that was Vietnam. The guy, who's the other guy? Was it the guy that
Nixon?
running. We ran with Roosevelt, wasn't it? What's his name? I always forget his fucking name.
No, Eisenhower.
No, it wasn't Eisenhower. It was fucking Eisenhower's later. Eisenhower's in
Truman.
Truman. I think it was Truman. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the case. Fucking Oxford. So basically, he told MacArthur not to go too close to the Chinese border because it would upset the Chinese, and he didn't give a fuck. He wanted to do things his way. He went too close to the Chinese border, and that's when the Chinese reacted and fucking came over the border. Before that, they were just supporting the fucking North Koreans, like, you know, as all these major. I mean, you all do it. It's not like they're the only ones. You know?
Yeah, that's funny because my grandfather was in the Korean War, and he always said that too. He was like, "Man, we should have fucked up. We should have finished the job and went after the Chinese, man."
Yeah, but you should have got you guys. I mean, same deal. I mean, Patton wanted to take out the Russians, and it was the
And he was right.
time.
Right.
There was the time.
Right.
That was the time. But, you know, 4 years of war, everyone was sick of war, and who can blame them? You know, I imagine it'd be fucking pretty horrible.
Again, I will reiterate and add to it. Fuck the Chinese. Fuck
They own most of your debt, so in a way, they support you guys. They own most.
No. They're not fucking supporting anyone. They're trying to buy everyone.
Well,
They can't win a war fucking by military, so they're trying to fucking buy everyone.
Well,
That's
I'm
what
pretty
they're
sure
doing.
China has a big military, man, don't they? I mean,
They have the military. They don't have the tech. They don't have the technology or the equipment that the US has. They have the manpower, but you've seen now.
They copy everything. They copy everything we do.
But wars are no longer fought by numbers. You know, where one time numbers was a big thing. Now it's all technology, mate.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I understand
it's
that.
all technology and proxy war.
Yeah.
Using other countries to go against each other.
Yeah.
And it all started with fucking Korea, went into Vietnam, then Afghanistan. I can go on and on and on. The fucking Russians are treacherous fucking pieces of shit.
No, well, the way I looked at it was that there's one on the American side. There was this fear of communism, and on the other side, you had the communists who were trying to, you know, there's that. I think what they call it, the domino principle, where take one place one at a time, and I think that's how communism was going. But I think a lot of countries that went the way of communism was because they were being screwed over by, like, for instance, with Vietnam, there didn't have to be a Vietnam War. I mean, the Vietnamese were kind of left out in the dark by the Americans. They were looking for American support there at one time.
What was that? What war was that they said that it was an accident? Like, was it from a ship or something that got? Was it Vietnam or?
No, like World War I, you had the Lusitania that was sunk, which brought the country into war.
Yeah, that maybe that's it.
That was, but again, what happened there was America were always looking for the reasons to jump in. They didn't want to just jump in without a reason. But at that time, the Lusitania was sunk because America was using cruise ships and whatever to send ammunition and supplies over to England, which is why the Germans started sinking those ships. So even in World War II, before America,
what's one of the most famous things Khrushchev ever said?
The most famous would be the Titanic.
Khrushchev said that we will bury you with your drugs, rock and roll, and freedom. Okay? And that proves what treacherous pieces of shit the Ruskies are.
Yeah, look, that I was watching a documentary on Cuba and the Cuban Missile Crisis. It was kind of that Nikita, can't think of his last name, but the Russian president at the time, he wasn't as bad as everyone thought. I mean, he really wasn't prepared to take, the Russia into a nuclear war with America. But I think Brezhnev was it Brezhnev, the president after him, was more of a worry. But
I just watched a article on Fox News Sunday. It's called The Big Three. And what it deals with Franklin Delano Roosevelt,
Yep.
Winston Churchill, and Stalin. Right?
Stalin to me was another Hitler, maybe worse.
Worse, he'd probably worse than Hitler.
Yeah, they, you know,
he would have all for him.
Yeah, he was a fucking sociopath, man.
Yeah,
they were talking about. I looked at it because I looked at the Russian Navy, because there's some Russian ships in there and that. And basically, they had a lot of trouble. They made some interesting ships, but they had a lot of trouble because part of the purge, he'd wiped out all their fucking experienced officers before World War II. So he was kind of fucked himself up in a way. But I think it's some interesting shit. This game that we play.
That's why Patton had the right idea at the end of the World War II, when the Germans had surrendered. He was in Berlin. The biggest fucking mistake the Americans made was not listening to him and giving him a division to take fucking Russia at that time, because as many men as the Russians would have lost in that war, they would have lost a lot less than fucking what Stalin killed in the end, or murdered, I should say.
Well, politicians, if you want something fucked up, interject a politician, okay?
Yeah. And I'll tell you, I don't know how Americans feel about this, but I know Andy and I have talked about this. There's a lot of fucking questions to be answered about the way Patton died.
Yeah,
probably. It's a big mystery around that.
Yeah, wasn't it like didn't he get in that car accident? Wasn't it like an accident?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I saw something about that.
He would have made a fucking sensational, like Eisenhower. I thought Eisenhower was a good president, and I think fucking Patton would have made a good president as well.
I think if Hillary Clinton was alive at that time, he would have gotten suicided.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
He would have been not problem. I mean, he would have been a war hawk, man.
No. He wasn't like that. He was just a realist.
Yeah.
Patton was a realist. He could see the writing on the wall, which is why he wanted to attack Russia at the time. He's seen what was going to fucking happen, but nobody wanted to listen to him. And look what happened. Stalin ended up murdering fucking like 6 or 7 million fucking Russians.
Patton believed in reincarnation.
That's fine.
A warrior in every life that he lived.
He was a great general.
Hey, did you hear what Clinton said about your girlfriend, Miho?
No, what happened, man?
Oh, dude, she come out on TV and said that Tulsi Gabbard, she didn't use her name, but she was implying Tulsi Gabbard was a agent for the Russians.
Oh yeah, I heard that. CNN was saying that, and she told him that was like despicable. Yeah, they said that same shit about her and the guy from Syria too.
When are you guys? You talk about America being great and all that, Chewy. When are you guys going to realize that fucking Hillary Clinton fucking is nothing more than a criminal and belongs in a fucking federal penitentiary?
Yeah, you get no argument. You get no argument out of me, dude.
Yeah, I know that, man. But hey,
to me, it's essentially scary when a country like the US can allow a person like that to be fucking walking around free.
Oh, come on.
No, come on, man. She belongs in a fucking federal penitentiary, that woman.
Say that a few American politicians, but they ain't.
I think the best place for her right now would be in the loony bin, to tell you the truth.
Well, actually, I have to disagree with you, probably. I think the best place for her would be 6 foot under.
Well, what's his name just died? Elijah Cummings.
Who's that?
Yeah.
He died. He had a heart attack. Yeah.
Who is that?
He's one of these kind of Al Sharpton type of.
No, not really. He's a real.
Yeah.
He's a real civil rights.
Yeah, but he still was very. He became very extreme. He still kind of said the thing, kind of. But yeah, he was really a civil rights movement guy. He was there, with Martin Luther King and all that. But yeah, he didn't like. Let's just say he didn't like Trump.
I don't know. I know there's a real thing with Republicans and Democrats. There's nothing wrong with fucking civil rights, and my issue has always been that whether you're a Democrat or you're a Republican, the problem is when you have extreme Republicans or extreme Democrats.
Well,
There seems to be no middle.
Why don't you come to America and I'll turn you into a card-carrying Republican?
Well, mate, if I come over to America, it's to fucking get over there and go to an ice hockey game with you, Popeye.
Well, I'll tell you that though, Thunder. If you become a card-carrying Republican, you could never meet Crystal in her hometown in California.
Well, mate, I can go over there.
Fly out here, man.
I can always get away with all that shit. I'm neither Republican or Democrat. And American politics these days, it's kind of like it's almost back in the days of Chicago, the gangster area, because there's so many fucking crooked politicians out there. It's insane.
Oh yeah, so that one fucker out of Chicago, that Rahm Emanuel motherfucker.
Oh, that idiot!
That guy was fucking corrupt, man.
Yeah.
They were selling seats, or like they were selling like they're just, I don't know, I know that one other guy got cracked in Chicago that he was like he had like a Serbian last name, I think, or like I fucking forgot his name, but a bunch of those guys got busted for corruption.
Dude, if it wasn't for Chicago, fucking goddamn Kennedy would have never been president in 1960. Kennedy, they actually stole the election. The Democrats did. They stole the election, and
I don't think Kennedy wasn't that bad a president. I mean,
I'm not saying he was a bad president. I'm just telling you the thievery that went on.
And he was going against who? Nixon? Was Nixon running again?
No. Yeah, he was going against Nixon at that time.
I mean, one of the things with Kennedy was he did and wanted to keep us out of the Vietnam War.
That's another reason why he got air conditioning in his brain housing group.
I think you're right. I think that was one of the big reasons.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And the second big reason was his brother. Motherfucker just kept poking the shit out of the mafia.
Oh yeah, they didn't like him, man.
Nope. Hey Fluffy, are you going to join us, Cobbo, or what?
Join what?
World of Warships. You might as well.
Nah, I don't do that, man.
Don't do that.
I want Jerry the Ferryman to come on and ridicule me.
If you came on, they'd have another target to fire at instead of me.
We don't know what it is, Dewey, but everyone that's been playing has accidentally shot Andy by mistake when they're on his team.
Except for
one. Smoke a big fatty there, bro, and play a little war.
I am right now a little bit, man.
Yeah. Come on, wanting red, weapons free, bro.
Tired.
Yeah,
young to be tired.
That's a big thing over there, isn't it, Rayman, about dead people voting over there. That's but I tell you how stupid it gets, and I'm not going to side with Republicans or Democrats, but that Democrat that came out and suggested that people in prison should vote, what a fucking idiot!
Thank you.
I have never fucking heard anything so fucking ridiculous in my life.
I mean,
Yeah.
the shit they're coming up with these days, they're telling you everything's going to be free. Criminals should be able to vote. I'm like, man,
You know what?
the world is
I
fucking
could
upside
see a guy if he's paid his debts and he hasn't been.
Yes. Once he's out of jail, but not when you're in jail.
Oh no, yeah, of course, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, of course, when they're in prison, no. Well, I mean, you can't do that in the U.S. You can't vote while you're in prison. I mean,
No, but a Democrat came out and suggested that people in prison should be allowed to vote.
I don't see that happening. I don't see them.
I know it won't happen, but what a fucking ridiculous! I mean, there was another Democrat, a woman, and I can't for the life of me think of her name, came out and wanted to fucking ban hamburgers. I mean,
Well, just like they want repatriation act, repatriation for African Americans. If they could, because they could go down the bloodline and see if they're.
You mean reparations?
Yeah, reparations, and the thing, and they put another thing in that what's his name, that Beto O'Rourke wanted to do. He didn't want reparations, but what he wanted to do is he wanted to go, like, I guess, for Caucasians in the U.S., right? And if they go back to your family tree and your genealogy and all that, and if they see that your family benefited from slavery, that their wealth should go back.
That is total fucking bullshit.
Well,
you cannot hang that shit on anyone who's around today. I mean,
yeah. What if your family only got the tremendous wealth off of slavery, and they could really know that?
Mate, what's done is done. The past is exactly what that is. It's the past. You cannot fucking blame anyone now for what happened to fucking 100, 200, 300 years ago. That is fucking ridiculous.
I think the Democratic Party
they're trying to propose.
I think the Democratic Party should give me reparations for putting up with all the bullshit they were putting up.
Well, that's what something they wanted to do. He said something about they wanted to go back and they see that your family benefited from criminal, from slavery, of course, and they think that some of your wealth should go back to the black community.
Yeah, but hang on, how do you get past the fact, Jude, that and I'm not going to fucking slavery was a horrible thing, but at the time it was legal. It's fucking, and it wasn't just America that fucking had slavery's been around for thousands of years. And it wasn't just black people that have been slaves. So this is what gets me.
No, but
white people have been slaves as well.
I understand that, but these Democrats thinking like that will heal the wound, and there'll be no more like complaints from the black community no more. So they kind of want to do that, heal the wound, and you know what I mean, Popeye?
The only thing the Democrats are doing is dividing this country.
I know you're gonna say some shit like that.
I don't think it's so much Democrats that are dividing the country. It's certain people and their opinions that are dividing the country. When people come out and say stupid things like people in jail should vote, or someone comes out and says, "Oh, you should ban hamburgers," I mean, it's a stupid shit like that. That's why the fucking the political scene in the US at the moment is just fucking it's out there.
Like Bernie Sanders believes in he wants to tax it to where he doesn't want no more billionaires left on this earth. He doesn't believe in people being billionaires. And I brought that up on his last debate because he made a comment about that. He wants to tax it to where there'll be no more billionaires in the U.S.
Now there's a guy that needs to have another heart attack. And you know who's supporting him? The Fab Four.
Who's that?
Your girlfriend Ocasio-Cortez, Ilhan Omar.
Yeah, most of those Democrats, they don't even like them because they're way out there.
Yeah.
They're like on the fringe, man. They're like.
So, would you like me to hook you up with a threesome with Ocasio and Tulsi?
Oh yeah, man, that'd be a little freaky thing, man.
Could you handle that? And your boyfriend there, Beto, he wants to take your AR-15.
Oh yeah, he doesn't like that, man. You don't.
That'd go over like a wet fart in America. You know, these
Yeah, weapons of war. That's what how he put it. These weapons of war.
Bobsy, I'm going to address that. I don't think the American Indians have made any claims, and I don't think the US government would fucking take them seriously if they did. And as far as Aboriginals and their land rights go, that's a crock of shit too, because in the culture, Aboriginal culture here, their belief is that they could never own the land. So how can they make fucking a claim for land when their beliefs are that you can't fucking own it anyway?
So you mean nobody has a claim to land? What do you mean?
Well, Aboriginals here have made claims for land over here, land rights. But in their culture, the Aboriginal culture, they believe that you can't own the land. So if their culture believes that you can't own the land, why should we take them seriously when they start making claims for it?
Well, exactly. By law, they can make claims to it, right?
The English didn't invade them. The English were squatters. They just moved
by law, they can make claims to it, right?
Sorry, Dewey?
So by law, though, they can make claims to it, right? We're not talking about culture. We're talking about like law. Like by law, they can make claims to it. Though, right?
They have been given certain land rights in certain areas, but at the end of the day, this is the stupid thing about it, is that it's never the 100% pure Aboriginals who make these claims. It's always those who are half or only a quarter Aboriginal that seem to make these claims.
Look, the Indians are never going to get America back. We came, we conquered, that's it. Okay? And I see once in a while these people bring up, well, we should give the land back to the Indians. Dude, that horse has been out of the barn for so fucking long, the barn is rotted and disappeared.
You can't give them just land. That's impossible. You just can't here's.
It's not practical.
It's not practical at all. You're absolutely right.
I know they've been offered value for land. I remember there was a few cases back 10, and they denied it because they felt like it was the value wasn't. I mean, they were offered billions of dollars, man, and they still wanted more, man.
How you doing, Ed? Well, it's like, how many people could make claims through Europe or South America, fucking, for what the conquistadors did in South America, or it's ridiculous. The past is the past. You need to get past it. I agree. What happened to the American Indians was fucking wrong, but it's that's done with. It's just impractical to try and address anything like that now.
There's certain people in America, man. People of color, and not all of them. Even Hispanic, people from Mexico, even people like me. Some of these guys have just a disdain, and even though people should just get over the past, they don't, man.
Now let's flip the coin here. During World War II, we beat Japan. They unconditionally surrendered. Shouldn't our flag be raised over Japan? We won. They started it.
Yeah. For one thing, I mean, America wasn't like that way, and as well, a lot of people that don't know history don't understand that even though America wasn't in the war, they put a lot of embargoes on Japan. They made it very hard for Japan at that time.
Huh?
So they were politically involved in the war in one sense before Pearl Harbor. They really did starve Japan.
Let's take a look at the Jerrys. We kicked their ass. We should own half of fucking Germany.
That sounds starting to sound a bit political, Popeye. Don't fucking upset me, cunt.
It's for in World War II, the government, actually there was reparations for the Japanese that were put in internment camps in the U.S. They got reparations.
Well, that I kind of feel for a lot of those people. I feel for them, and it happened in Australia too, mate. A lot of Italians in that were put in camps during the war as well. It's
Yeah,
but yeah, some of those Japanese were, you know,
reparations for the Japanese was timely. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Here it is, 200 fucking years later, and people of color, who ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out because they vote Democrat every fucking time. All right, they want fucking money. All right, that's what it all boils.
They want your fucking money.
All right.
Jedi, the Indians have fucking taken a lot. I mean, I'll give you an example, and I learned this when I was over in the US. Oklahoma was created as an Indian state, but it was taken back off of them as soon as they found oil there. A lot of treaties between the Indians and the US government were broken by the US government, not by the Indians.
Yep.
Yep.
So, but then again, like I said, Jedi, you can't go back and address all these issues now. It's just not practical to do that.
I mean, really, I mean, let's break it down to a smaller scale. When I was in junior high, I got a C on a paper, which I should have actually got a B. Do I have the right to go back and get reparations?
Well, but that's not critical, Popeye. That didn't
It's not
take any money out of your mouth.
That could have stopped me from getting into college instead of joining the military. Dude, I could be a fucking pain in the balls too, all right? And I got a message for America. Get a job, you lazy fuckwads. Quit going on disability, all right? All you cocksuckers with bad backs, go fuck off, all right?
That's a touchy subject, Popeye, because as much as I agree with the sentiment, there are people out there.
I will not undercut you. There are people out there that deserve disability, but in our circle, there is a lot of shysters. You know it, and I know it.
Oh yeah, I don't disagree with you at all.
Very true.
And that happens everywhere. That's not just an American or like a United States problem, and that's an issue in the UK, Australia. We have the same issues here, mate. People will fucking go through the hoops to try and get on disability if they can, and it's ridiculous. And you know what? The one thing, I mean, everyone hates it for different reasons, I guess. I hate it because it makes it hard for the people who really do deserve to be on disability. That's what I hate about it.
It does. You're absolutely right. And there are those that deserve to be on it, and I don't begrudge them. Okay? And a lot of people, like when I talk about that, they'll say, "Oh, you just hate everybody that's on disability. You hate having a safety net." No, I believe there's got to be a little bit of a safety net. But you know what? You fucking people who are gaming the system don't understand. All those hardworking motherfuckers out there are paying for your ass, and you think it's hilarious. Mm-hmm. And you know as well as I do, today's generation, there are exceptions to the rule, like Jewy, don't want to fucking work.
A lot of people just it is, man. A lot of people try to skate by, and that is very true.
I say Andrew Yang, 2020. He can fucking take on fucking Trump and beat him, and he's got some fucking great ideas. You guys should listen to him.
Well, I gotta ask you, Andy, if Yang 2020, is he gonna bring Ying with him too?
He's an American. He's just an Asian American. He's got some fucking good ideas.
Yeah, he does. He's probably one of my favorite. If Tulsi Gabbard, it would be Yang. He's a smart fucker, man.
He is a smart fucker. He's trying to solve problems.
Yeah.
I'll listen to him on Joe. Right, I'll listen to him on Tuesday.
Hey, man, he'll give you $1,000 a month for free, Papa.
You know what, Andy? What you said then is that's the problem here. Instead of American politicians trying to solve problems, they're fucking causing them.
Yeah. This guy, like I said, he makes every time anyone's interviewing or listening, he makes a fuckable load of sense.
It seems to me that these politicians these days, and this is not just America, this is everywhere, they're out there sprouting and fucking trying to make themselves look good, rather than going out there and trying to fucking actually do something for the good.
Yeah.
They're so self-interested in themselves.
Yeah.
Later, Jedi.
Let me help Julie out here, man. You use that word fucking free. That really pisses me off. You're not getting anything for free. He says he's going to give you $1,000 a month, right? Where is the $1,000 a month going to come from?
Well, the thing is, though, there's other things that we are not going to be paying for that we pay for now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of excess shit that we pay for, Papa.
Like what?
Well, one of us is in all these fucking different fucking countries that we're in, man. These these wars that we're in, man. He doesn't.
Okay. So you're going to cut back the military?
No, you don't. See,
it has to. I mean, something has to give, man.
Yeah.
I don't think America can afford to cut back on the. They cannot afford to cut back on the military. But I see what Dewey's saying is that what you've spent on wars since the first Gulf War. I mean, fuck, mate, that's put a big dent in the American fucking economy.
I mean, how's regime change worked out for you guys so far? Not all that fucking flag.
We're not doing that anymore.
We're still doing it.
No. Andy has a point. Nothing that you've done in the Middle East has changed anything. If anything, it's actually stirred up the hornet's nest.
And then I remember they were showing like this shit with John Kerry, and we were like being basically used as mercenaries for Saudi Arabia, and they were like discussing a deal like, Saudi Arabia will cover all of our expenses if we're, and we're just spending a lot of money, man, in the middle.
Saudi Arabia is a fucking touchy subject for me because I see the Saudis playing both sides.
They are.
They fucking.
Look, there are some wars we're going to have to get into, but this is what I tell you: if you elect an Elizabeth Warren, a Tulsi Gabbard, the goddamn Muppet Bernie Sanders, dude, they're gonna fucking destroy this country, right?
I think there's a lot of politicians on both sides who could do that, Popeye, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, I'm just telling you. I'm looking at this crop of Democratic hopefuls for the nomination, and I see 1, 2, 3 socialists. Okay. And dude, I'm not down for socialism. I have a constitution.
Socialism is a funny thing about socialism, because the government actually pays for lots of fucking things. And it's kind of in a socialist way. That the government does these things for you. You know what I mean? They build roads. Without the government building roads, which is kind of socialism, you have to be going on fucking dirt.
I'd rather earn my own money, earn my own way, have my freedom, instead of the government telling me this is where I'm going to get my pecker check.
But you're lucky.
Hang on, Popeye. I'll never take you up on this because I don't disagree with what you're saying, but you pay your taxes to a government, right? Shouldn't that fucking government then be responsible for fucking giving back to the people that pay those taxes?
Okay.
Shouldn't they be responsible?
Let me explain to you something. We have a little thing: no taxation without equal representation. Okay? That's in our Constitution. And what that means, we the people vote on the taxes that we want to pay, not the government. We the people run the government, not the government run the people.
You have one big issue there, though. This is where it falls down, is that you have a system over there where when it comes to voting, it's you don't have to vote. You can just not turn up to vote. So what you're doing is you're only getting a certain percentage of the public voting. So you're not getting a fair representation of what people really want.
Dude, if people don't want to participate in the political system, there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, I know, Thunder. What is this, man? What are you doing?
Yeah, unless you want to become a fascist and say,
How fascist shit, man?
you have to vote. No. And you know
I
what?
don't. But my point is that with that system currently, with that system, you're not getting the true representation of what the public really wants. Because some people are just so fucking lazy or complacent. They just
So
sit back and think, "Oh, everything will be all right." They're not.
You've identified a problem. What do you propose?
Look, I mean, I like the system over here, and I know you guys would never go for our system. Where over here, I mean, we're a free country, yes, but one of the things that I think it makes us a little bit different is that it's compulsory to vote here. You, at the end of the day,
I disagree with you because I'll tell you why. You told me earlier that if you didn't vote, it doesn't become a big deal.
no. What happens is you're not getting a good representation of what the people really want, and the problem is people are fucking complacent. They are lazy. A lot of people don't turn up. I mean, if you look at the percentages of the people that turn up to vote in the US, it's quite low. So you're not getting a good representation of what the public really want. Now you're saying that that people vote on fucking, or it's their decision on what they get taxed on and that. Well, you're getting only a certain percentage of people voting. So
Okay, I can agree with that to a certain extent. And I look at it this way: if you're a no vote come election time, you've actually cast a vote in my eyes, and that vote says you don't give a fuck. Do what you want to do, guys. Right? Because we actually educate our children on civics and government in school. Right?
you have an issue with education over there, Popeye, because I mean, I was talking to Dewey about this earlier, and it seems to be changing. But over there, the education system seems to be fucking sadly lacking. The government over there is teaching kids what they want them to know, not what they should know, but what they want them to know. And there's an issue right there.
It's going on in all schools all around the world, man. Right? And I give you proof. When I was in the territory of Puerto Rico, you wouldn't believe the anti-propaganda shit that was in the schools that they were teaching the kids.
I believe you, yeah.
Okay, all right.
I wouldn't be
Now,
surprised at all.
I'll tell you straight up: you cannot make somebody vote. Right?
Yeah, here's an argument that it goes in your favor. Is a good example of that is Castro in Cuba. People fucking loved him. The guy was a fucking nutcase, but people fucking loved him.
Yeah, and
He was able to manipulate.
So I look at it this way: a lot of people voted last. A lot of people voted last election. It was let's see, fucking Trump got 62 million votes when it came to the popular vote. We got over 300 in the electoral college. Fucking Hillary, she popped him in the popular vote by a couple of million. All right. But she lost the electoral college. And now Hillary wants the electoral college to go away. And if you take away the electoral college, what will happen is California, Massachusetts, and New York will decide the presidency. That won't be fair representation throughout the United States. And having the Electoral College also compensates for the lack of those who don't vote.
So you believe in that? You believe in that? You believe in that? You don't think we should get rid of that, Popeye?
Get rid of the Electoral College?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no. Even when my party has lost by the Electoral College, I still believe in it. Right? Our forefathers, the framers of the Constitution and forefathers of our country, put that in place for a fucking reason. And if you don't understand the Electoral College, then you shouldn't be bothering with American politics, period.
Yeah, I understand it because if you don't have the Electoral College, you could just get the majority of vote from like two. Because like in the U.S., if we didn't have that, shit. Oh, you basically, the Democrats, you would just have them winning New York and California, and they'd be.
And that'd be it. Election night would be over by 8:30 p.m.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Yeah.
And no other state would have equal representation.
Nope.
We got. Hey, how you doing, Nathan? We've got Warren and Andy here. I think they both want to have a say here. So Warren,
Warren can go.
You got a lad in the chat asking how you are. Go for it, mate.
American imperialist dogs. That's all I want to say.
Jesus Christ.
I put my type in there, The CIA tried to take out that wonderful fucking human being, Fidel, over 600 times. I seen a documentary about a few years back, 638 times. With all kinds of things. They couldn't get the man.
Look at Bay of Pigs. What a fucking mess that was, Bay of Pigs.
Oh, joke.
You want something done right, you got to do it yourself. They should have called on me. Although I wasn't then. Hey, I'm just being silly.
Who is this guy? FOP RPOAC.
The former Whiskey Tango Foxtrot.
Who?
I know exactly who he is.
Is that Whiskey Tango? Okay, no worries. Just wondered who it was.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to bring my dog inside. So, Warren,
So
yours, mate. Have a go at Popeye and Dewey while they're here, mate.
We just got another interception, guys.
Oh, for fuck's sake, bloody Patriots.
Yeah, we're starting the third quarter, and it's still 24-0. Yeah, Patriots are on fucking fire. This is fun to watch.
Are you in the Philippines or Vietnam?
No, the Patriots are in America, not Philippines or Vietnam.
I think he was doing Nathan.
Nathan, how you doing, Popeye?
Pretty good. How about yourself, Warren?
Oh, getting there, mate. Getting there.
I was talking about the thief earlier tonight on my own live stream.
Right.
Guy who likes to steal $50 from a poor lady in a wheelchair.
Yeah. What a nice thing to do. I've actually spoken to Nika in the last few days. She's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very down to earth, sweet lady.
He stole $50 from a woman?
Yeah.
He was trying to set up for him to get sent donations on her behalf, and somebody did that because he kept giving out her email address incorrectly. And then he said he was going to give it to her minus the 28% that YouTube took out.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said, fuck it, I'm not giving her any. And then gave it out to two different disabled people, supposedly gave it out to two different disabled people.
Now, and also get the details right. PA Trucker gave him $50 to give to Nika. What did he do? He said he wasn't going to give it to her because of other bad things she said. And then he turns around and does a video, and he starts doling out a couple of $100 pesos to some other poor people and saying that's where the money's going to. Well,
Sounds vindictive.
yeah, it's vindictive, and it's like cutting your nose off to spite yourself. And actually, what he's doing is he ripped Nika off. He ripped PA Trucker off, and he tried to make himself look good in the process. But he's a thief is a thief. You know what I mean?
But with the $50, I actually paid it into the fund for Nicker on behalf of PA Trucker, so he ripped me off as well.
There you
And
go.
Frank knew that I'd put that in because he was in the chat when I said that I've paid on your behalf, PA Trucker, on Big Kevin's show.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
the
mate,
guy's
that guy's a he's a dirt bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked up. I mean, why do that? I mean, who cares if she's gonna get $50? I mean, he has money. I mean, what is $50 to him? I mean, why can't?
Dude, if somebody sent me $50 on your behalf, Jewy, yeah, even though I don't really care for you, you'd get it. I'd fucking wipe my ass with it, put it in an envelope, and mail it to you. You know, you'd get it. You know. The guy is just too much, man. Yeah.
Like I said, there's some really cool people over there in the Philippines, expats, but it does attract some maggots, man.
No, I'll tell you, man. There's a lot of people that live in the Philippines. I've noticed, a lot of the guys they're a little bit off, man. They're kind of like on the edges of society. Let's just say, man.
Yeah, some real fucking mental midgets go over there to live.
Yeah, man. There is, man.
And
But I mean, I don't want to pick on the Philippines here because there's some fucking drop kicks living over here in the US, UK, Europe. They're fucking everywhere, unfortunately. It's just that in the Philippines they tend to be a little bit noisier, and more noticeable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with you, Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is. What have you been up to, Mijo?
Nothing, man. Just been busy, man. Been at the auctions, buying shit. Fucking.
Hey, I like some of that Indian shit you fucking picked up there. I've seen that video you put out, mate. There's some nice shit there.
Yeah.
Hey, lots.
Yeah, I'm keeping that piece, the last one, the bracelet.
Yeah, you didn't steal any of that shit from a burial ground, did you?
No.
Fucking hell. Jesus Christ.
Oh, you're so much fun, Jewy.
Hey, there was a guy I knew when I was in North Dakota, man. A white guy. I used to work with him at Coca-Cola, and he used to do that, man. He used to go down to the Standing Rock reservation, like on the outskirts, and because he would find like arrowheads and stuff. And they finally caught his ass doing that, man. They shot at his ass, man.
Oh, fuck yeah.
MJ doesn't steal from burial grounds, he steals from houses.
I don't want no Indian voodoo on my ass.
Yeah.
I won't be messing with it. Yeah.
Actually, the guy when I got it appraised, he wanted to buy it. He was willing to pay for it. He was willing to give me $4,000 for it right there. But the thing is, it has bear claw.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to sell that. He was like, I'd be doing something illegal right now if I was buying that from you. He goes, if you were going to sell it, which I wouldn't anyway, he goes, you have to sell that in Nevada or Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't sell that. You can't sell that in California because of.
Dude, you could take that $4,000, go on over to PI, man.
Yeah, man.
Have a great fucking time, fuck a bunch of married women, and then come back to the States and listen to everybody piss and moan and groan. You know what I mean? What do you think?
I just hunt them. I just go down there and I just hunt the married women, man.
Yeah, Buckethead rules. How you doing, Gregorius? Another Buckethead fan?
What the fuck is a Buckethead?
Buckethead is probably one of the most fucking talented and underrated guitarists in the world today. He was the probably came to notice when he took the place of Slash in Guns N' Roses when Guns N' Roses went on tour again.
Oh, okay. He's a Johnny come lately.
No, mate. He's been around a long time, but he's never been one of these money-hungry bastards. He's a real honest musician. You can buy his albums for $1-2 offline. He could be charging $20-25 an album, and he's charging $1 or $2. He's probably one of the most prolific artists. I think he's put out over 300 albums.
Yeah, and he wears a
Hey,
pair of
Scott.
suits, as Scott said.
No, I thought Buckethead was Fazio. No, that's Rain Man. Fazio is fucking Bucket, a pothead.
Mark, do you want me to explain why that?
Pot, man, what do you mean? He smokes pot or what?
No, he puts a fucking a cooking pot on his head and bangs it with a fucking spoon, mate.
You want to know why he does it?
Pothead.
Why does he do it, Warren?
Okay. I'll just give you a few things. Flushing the toilet and raising money, banging the pot on his head and raising money, cutting his hair and raising money was all to piss Frank off. About five of us decided to get into it, and every time Michael did it, we would send super chats. It's all aimed at pissing Frank off, and it works.
I have to back you up a little bit there, Warren. Okay. Because I was actually the first one to flush a toilet on live stream, and I did it on RRR, and I actually urinated in the toilet on RRR and told everybody that's what I thought of their opinion. Okay, and I got no money for it, buddy.
I lost respect for the guy, and I've never been a big fan anyway. But when he turned on Jedi, and Jedi is a great guy. Me and Jedi are good friends, and Jedi's always been a Fazio's. Jedi's been a Fazio supporter for a long time, mate, and for no reason at all, he just turned on fucking Jedi. I didn't like that at all.
Why did he turn on? Did he say why he turned on Jedi?
No, it was over something just minor, and to be honest, from what I know, Jedi didn't really do anything wrong.
It was something to do with a question he asked or how he asked the question on a day that Michael was really stressed. And he has apologized. I don't know if he apologized to Jedi about it, but he did ask me to send Jedi back if I saw him.
Well, when I'm really stressed, I just eat.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
No, Scott, it was really for no reason, and as Warren just explained, Fazio was having a bad day, but that's no reason to talk to one of your supporters like he did.
Hey,
Jedi's a pretty good guy.
Maybe Fazio had a bad day. Maybe
No,
I've known him for 20 years, and he really is a good guy.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it, Warren. I've never been. I'm not a. I've never really watched him, or I only know him really about him because of all you guys. Yeah, look, mate. I hope Buckethead keeps on going strong too, mate. I know he's got a few issues in that, but what a great guy. One of the few musicians out there who doesn't drink, smoke, or fucking do drugs, and
he's like a straight edge.
You can't be a good
you should all adopt Dewey's philosophy. When you're stressed out, spark up a big old fatty and crack open a cold one.
Yeah, it's like, and that means like every hour, man. Just spark up a doobie, man. Every hour.
Can I just ask you a question? Does that slapping a fatty mean that MJ goes out and gets a nice big fat white girl?
No. Spark up. I said spark up a fatty.
Ah.
When you spark up a fatty, that's when you get you get one of those big old Jamaican blunts. Okay.
Yeah. I'm only pulling your leg, mate. I'm only pulling your leg.
Gregorius, I don't know if you ever heard that interview he done. I know he's done one interview that's on YouTube that people can listen to. I've never heard such a fucking down-to-earth person, such a, just a really fucking nice guy. If anyone's into music and guitarists and that, they ought to check out that interview. And it does explain why he wears the bucket and the face mask. The guy has anxiety issues, and he wouldn't be able to perform without that shit on. So the lad has some issues, but what a fucking decent guy. not a lot of people know, because you guys are obviously not into the music scene, but when he does his concert, halfway through the concert, he'll bring out a large bag of toys and throws them out and gives them out to his audience. He's just fucking, well, one of a kind person, that's for sure.
You know, I know what you're talking about. You know who Barbara Streisand is, don't you?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Jesus, no.
She used to have panic attacks before she went on stage.
Yeah, yeah. But I don't think. I mean, I understand, because I don't know if I could get out there in front of people and perform like that. So, and it's a shame, because we probably missed out on a bit of talent that way. But yeah, I had heard that about Barbara Streisand.
What was she? What was she, an actor, a comedian, or?
Oh, so she was a singer, but she was actress as well.
She's a little before your time, Miho.
I just know she had that big ass nose, man.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I mean, yeah,
She was a talent.
you could ski off that nose. Yeah. But she had a voice that was, you know, she had a voice.
She had that Jew nose, and I think she was Jewish, wasn't she?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she had that Jew nose. Man.
She's a good
Yeah.
Jew.
Yeah, Gregorius. That interview really opened up my eyes to that guy. I might even check it up, get it up, and put the link in for everyone to have a look at. Or unless you've got the link there, Gregorius, because it's not very often that you come across these musicians who actually are in it for the love of the music and not out there to fucking make a name for themselves, or to make the dollar. Unfortunately, that spoils a lot of fucking musicians. Some of them get fucking too big-headed, and he's one guy that's really kept his feet on the ground. And he's a LA boy too, MJ.
Who's a lady boy?
No, not a lady. LA boy, Los Angeles boy, a Buckethead.
A lady boy. I was like,
You fucking idiot. Jesus, Fluffy.
I'm in a daze right now, man. You know.
Half your luck, mate.
I'm going to cut that audio up so that MJ says, I'm in her, and then Ladyboy next.
Jesus, Warren. Hang on, I'm going to put this link in. Anyone that is interested in music and is interested, I'm going to put the link in here. I mean, as a guitarist, Warren, you should listen to this guy chat. And oh, mate, Soothsayer, that song, I could listen to that fucking all day long. And to me, that guitar solo he does in November Rain with Guns N' Roses was just fucking insane. Oh, he doesn't need the bucket. Well, Carlo, it's funny. I don't think he'd be the same anymore without that bucket. I mean, it's kind of funny. The first concert he did with Guns N' Roses, everyone was like, "What? Who the fuck is this prick?" The next concert they done, all the Guns N' Roses fans were coming in there wearing KFC fucking buckets on their head. He really fucking people took to him really quickly. He's a great character, and people don't realise too that with the mask and the bucket on, he can't see his guitar. So that guy is playing without even looking at the fretboard on that guitar, which is just fucking amazing. Yeah, that's right. He's a robot that was brought up by chickens. That's his backstory. He's got a great imagination. His chicken family were murdered by Colonel Sanders. I'll tell you what, that is on my bucket list, is to meet that guy. I would love to fucking meet that guy and buy. No, I can't buy him a beer because he doesn't drink, but definitely sit down with him and fucking talk to him. I'd even have a cup of tea with the guy. An impressive individual, that is for sure. But I'm glad to see we've got a couple of Buckethead fans in here.
His music's unreal. And to be able to buy, as you said, Thunder, an album for $15.
No, $1, $1 or $2. You can buy an album, mate, for $1 or $2.
I was downloading albums off his website the last time we spoke, and they're about $15.
Oh, okay, all right.
But
I'm
that's still cheap.
Oh yeah, he could be charging $20, $25. Yeah, that's right. Gregorius, that's his dream, is to build a fucking theme park. I hope he gets there. In fact, that's how Axl Rose got him to play with Guns N' Roses. He took him to Disneyland and actually got him to sign the contract while he was on a fucking ride. But,
What was it that you could listen to forever?
Soothsayer. What's this? Someone's trying to fish me. URL phishing. It just got blocked by my fucking virus protection.
Not good.
Yeah, there's Soothsayer. What's the other one? There's another one too, Gregorius, that I really like. Can't think of the name of it at the moment. But he's worked with. There's many others. Porn does that to a PC. Thanks, Lost. What the fuck are you doing that? Come on, Lost, or are you busy at the moment, mate? But if you listen to Soothsayer, Warren, I'm mesmerised listening to that.
I'm just trying to find what album it's on.
Yeah, there's Gregorius, the one he did for his mother too. When his mother passed away, he did a song, that one too. What people don't realise too is that no worries, Lost. Let me know when I'll put the link in for you. He does lots of acoustic stuff too. I mean, the guy is just a talent that really should be out. I wish he had a lot more success but he's just that kind of person. He's not looking for the fame and fortune, I guess.
Okay, guys, I want to give you an update. It's now 26-0.
Oh, gee. What do we? Mate, we're gonna have to make some new rules here. Fucking no Patriot fans. You're gonna rub it in.
Balls now, man. You're busting my balls, Thunder. You know, I'm gonna have to do a live stream about you. I'm gonna have to do a Popeye show. I'm gonna have to scream obscenities and everything, man.
I can see it now. I'm gonna get a fucking phone call from Tom Brady, aren't I?
Dude, the great one will be calling you. He'll be like, "What the fuck is your problem, you wanker?"
He's gonna call me a cunt, isn't he?
Yeah, probably will.
With a K, Cobber. You better
with
watch
a
this.
K. Yeah.
Right, with a K.
With a K.
See you useful.
Yeah, the guy who's playing quarterback for the Jets, they just showed him on the sideline. It's pitiful. He looks like a 3-year-old who just got his lollipop taken away.
Actually, the Steelers have got a bye this week. Is that right?
Yeah, they got a bye this week, so that means they'll neither win nor lose.
Hey, mate, we are on the way back.
If you say so, okay. You say so. I'll see. We'll see. You know what? Sam Donaldson's been out for a few weeks. You know why? He had mononucleosis.
Isn't that the kissing disease, or?
Yeah. And do you know what happens when you get mono?
No.
You get real tired. You feel shitty. You get headaches, and also your spleen enlarges.
Oh shit.
Okay, and so he couldn't play because if he took a hit, it would have killed him.
Bloody hell.
Yeah. He's 22 years old. And Brady's 42. And
I don't know how that guy has managed to fucking keep playing, and at the level that he's playing at that age.
I
mean,
don't
that-
either, man. And I swear to Christ, I think he made a deal with the fucking devil. Okay? I swear to Christ.
I mean, that's impressive in itself, but to play with the career that he's had and to play at such a high standard still at that age,
Mhm.
you know, full credit to that guy. I mean, he will go down, a Hall of Famer. He will go down as one of the fucking great quarterbacks of all time. I mean, he's helped take Patriots to being one of the most successful franchises in the NFL.
Mhm. Quit yawning. Thunder's talking, okay? Don't yawn. That's not polite when Thunder's talking.
Gregorius just said he's Satan himself. Well, mate, at 42 playing like that, I have to agree. He is Satan himself.
And I think Mountain Dew should be a Patriots fan because we got Julian Edelman, and he's Jewish. So why aren't you rooting for the Patriots,
He
Jew?
ain't a real Jew, man.
All right, he's a real Jew. He's got the beard, the whole 9 yards.
A Phil Jew?
Okay? Julian Edelman is a Jew, is of the Jewish faith.
Shit.
Right? Real fucking Jew. I mean, he's one of the greatest fucking wide receivers ever, man. You should be a Patriots fan. Right?
You mean one of the greatest receivers of all time is a Jew? I don't think so, Popeye.
I said
wide receiver.
Huh?
I said wide receiver.
Yeah, wide receiver is a Jew.
Yeah, he is. He's one of the greatest.
Oh, man.
I mean, if you watch the Patriots game once in a while, you'd know.
I'm a Raiders fan.
Huh? Are you a Raiders fan like French Fry 7?
We just lost too, man. Fucking, we lost. The Packers look good.
See, there you go.
Tom Brady Rodgers tore our ass up, man.
2 Americans here. Tom Brady, who's the devil incarnate, and we have fucking Buckethead, who's the fucking Jesus of our times. Fucking yin and yang.
That guy's a fucking beast, man.
Yeah, and don't worry, Popeye will never let us forget it.
No, I won't.
How you doing, Lost?
What's up, Lost?
All good. What's going on, boyos?
Hey, Lost, you bald-headed bastard. How the fuck are you?
I'm not bald-headed. I'm just balding.
Hey, I don't think I'm ever gonna go bald, dude. I got so much hair, man. Fuck.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
I'm glad, man.
You're trying to rub it in now, aren't you, Dewey?
Hey, my little brother though, he's already going bald, man. He's like 5 years younger than me. He already got Mr. Burns going, man.
Yeah, let's change direction. Lost, have you seen the Rise of Skywalker trailer yet?
What do you think I was doing before I got on here?
Did you toss one off while you were watching it?
No, I don't usually do that with Star Wars, but I think it moved a couple times.
Okay.
I haven't seen the trailer yet. I want to see it though, man.
Yeah, it just came out during the halftime show.
Oh, wow. Boris was just saying he used to have that Popeye picture on a T-shirt.
So are you one of those guys that go dressed up to the theater when the movies come out?
I have never done that, but it wouldn't be below me to do it.
I was just about to say you're a fucking liar, Lost.
I've never dressed up for.
I do that to Raider games. When I used to go to Raider games, I used to go all painted up or put masks on.
Oh, I've done it for football stuff. I've never done it for anything Star Wars related.
Did you ever sit out there, Dewey, in the sub-zero weather with no shirt on?
Oh, fuck that. No, I wouldn't do that, man. No.
But
Oh, I lost.
What's happening, Andy?
Oh, fucking
So,
yeah.
Popeye, have you actually ever been to a game at
yeah,
Foxborough?
yeah.
Yeah.
I've actually been to a game in Foxborough, the original Foxborough Stadium,
Yeah.
when the Patriots were fucking down and out losers. Like
Oh, they were horrible back then, man. Fuck. It was like watching the Browns, man.
even the Browns were better than the Patriots at that time. For Christ's sake. All right, I've been with my Patriots in the lean years, and I'm still here.
Well,
Okay,
that's what fans do. No matter how bad your team is, you still support them. No, I actually got to go to a game many years ago. I was up in Foxborough, and it rained, and it was cold, and
Yeah.
it was a pretty shitty experience.
That's kind of one thing I hate is when these cocksuckers they just choose the best team every year and they root for them to win the Super Bowl. You know, they
Oh
tame.
yeah, the old fly-by-night fans.
yeah. And you know what? I got to give Thunder credit. As shitty as those fucking Steelers are, motherfucker sticks with them. So I got respect for them, man.
Mate, I've fucking that'll be my team till the fucking day they put me fucking 6 foot under, mate.
Okay, all right.
Mate, they can be the fucking next Buccaneers for the next 30 years. I'll still follow them. Andy, that was aimed at you, buddy.
Gotta have respect. But guys, I gotta rock and roll, and it's nice to talk to you all.
No worries, mate. We'll probably catch you. I always see, mate. You and fucking Andy are addicted to that World of Warships, mate.
What was directed at me, Thunder? I fucking yourself out making a cover.
I was having a dig at the Buccaneers, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, well, go back. I mean, I was going to say that you said something about this game being the fucking thing for the fucking Super Bowl preparation, but we're going to be there. I told you, it's all, I'll fucking better
Andy,
the boy.
Anything is possible, mate. And I'll tell you what, if the fucking Buccaneers make the Super Bowl, even if they don't have to win it, but if they make the fucking Super Bowl, I'll take you out to fucking dinner, mate.
Make him run down the street, Andy.
Is that from?
See you, Popeye.
Is it from now to the end of time that
Yeah, mate. That's yeah.
It definitely won't be this year. So that's
well, and that's a bit rich, look, because I don't see the Saints making it either.
What are you talking about? Saints are kicking ass, dude.
No, they ain't gonna make the Super Bowl, buddy.
Yeah,
Oh, you're a Saints fan, Lux?
Huh?
You're a Saints fan, huh?
Oh yeah.
I mean, let's face it. The way it's looking, the Patriots look like being there again. After that, it's a fucking.
Yeah, I mean, the Patriots like in the worst freaking. The easiest league in all the NFL. Miami and the Jets. I mean, they've got like 6 games, 8 games a year that are just fucking chump. Half their games every year are just playing the worst teams, being in the AFC. When they play someone decent, they'll probably lose.
I've only seen a few games this year. There's no, other than the Patriots, there's no real standout. And all right, you talk about the Patriots being in not so strong a competition at the moment, but they're fucking, when it comes down to that Super Bowl, mate, they're still performing against fucking.
Oh yeah. I'm not. I'm not saying they're a terrible team at all, but I'm just saying when half your games during the season are just kind of
yeah, they don't
difficult for you. It makes it a little easier to coast to the big game.
They don't got a tough division.
Gregorius, I'd like to see him with Gilbert. I reckon, 2 shredders like that. And for you guys who don't know, Buckethead is one of the top 10 fastest shredders in the world. I'd like to see him with Paul Gilbert. Those two together, fucking. I mean, and I know that Buckethead was a student of Paul Gilbert. So
Hey, somebody has background music going on.
yeah, that's Nathan. Nathan, your background, mate.
Okay. Well,
Oh, mate,
I'll go out.
good.
I'll go outside.
No worries. There's a few drummers. The one, what's that guy? Who's the guys that wear
You
those
don't have to go
masks?
outside. Just hit
Joey.
mute like he just did.
That drummer, Joey, from the one that wear the white padded face, he used to play the drums upside down. Yeah, I'm an Aussie, Gabriel. I'm Australian. No, not Irish. 100% Aussie. Yeah, well, I remember Paul Gilbert playing with Mr. Big. About who would to think that guy was, one of the fucking fastest shredders, and his talent on the guitar is. I'm seeing that Mr. Big, and I thought, oh, this is a bit of a girly band, but what a great guitarist Gilbert is. I'm trying to think of the drummer from Joey. His name's Joey something from. He used to get his drum kit upside down and fucking sideways. But
I can only remember the guy from Motley Crue doing that. He'd put him in a cage and he'd go over the stage or whatever.
What's his name? From Motley Crue. What was his name?
Joey Jordison. That might be it. Hey,
His name was Tommy something or another.
Yeah, Tommy Lee.
Tommy Lee, yeah.
Yeah, I seen him in I seen him in what was it? Who was he married to? Was it Pamela Anderson, right?
Oh yeah, Pam Anderson.
Yeah,
well,
I seen him.
That Joe. If you listen to drummers, mate, you got to listen to that Joey Jordison. I'm trying to think of the band he played with. They're huge, but what a talent that guy is, mate. I'd love to hear him be playing with Buckethead.
Hey, Nathan.
Hey, man. How you going?
So,
another beautiful day.
Slipknot. That's it. DR Slipknot. Joey was the drummer from Slipknot.
I've seen Slipknot a bunch of times actually in concert.
Yeah, that Joey, the drummer from them, mate. He is amazing.
Never saw him go upside down though.
Yeah. If you look, it's on YouTube, mate. You'll see it.
I used to like that concert, man.
Yeah, the whole stage that he would play on would just go sideways, then upside down.
Yeah. Used to have to go pick up some cute punker chicks, man.
Jesus. Oh, Christ. Oh, there we go. We got a bit of a view of the Philippines there from Nathan. Thanks for that, Nathan.
You're in the Philippines, Nathan? Where are you, bro?
Dumaguete, mate.
Dumaguete.
Yeah. I got a house here, man.
Oh,
you do? Oh, so you don't rent? Okay. You don't rent when you're there. Okay.
No, he's got a missus and a son over there, mate. Not much, Mike. Just taking things easy, enjoying this fucking beautiful Adelaide day, 30 degrees Celsius.
So is Dumaguete like really packed with foreigners? Like it's like.
Yeah, it is full on. Full on, man. Yeah, I've been hanging out with Jerry, eh?
Oh yeah, the Iranian.
Yeah, he's cool, man. He's cool.
Yeah, but how does that? Because I know most foreigners, like I know in the Philippines, most times like they try to avoid each other. So I mean, is it like different in Dumaguete, man, or what?
Yeah. Well, it depends on your personality, mate. You know. I bumped into Jerry in McDonald's where I am now, and I was looking at him and I'm thinking, shit, that looks like Jerry. And then he opened his mouth, and it confirmed it.
It's different. People seem kind of more intimidated by me, man.
Gabriel, I was talking about the pikes from.
I go down.
I want to collect all these stuff. I want to support the guy, so I want to eventually have all of his shit. then just throw them on a USB key and throw them in my car, and I can listen to him all day. Actually, while I'm talking to you guys, you better keep talking, guys, because I'm actually listening to Buckethead at the moment.
Yeah, Jerry made a vlog, when we went up to Red Rock. Made it, stuck his GoPro out the window of the little Suzuki multicab. He drove up there. Pretty cool.
Yeah, but he has to do some. I mean, he don't get too many views. I don't know if he's one of those guys that buys his subs like a lot of these other big. I mean, he has how many subs, but yet he hardly gets any views, man. I don't know, man.
He was telling me he's getting bugger all views from his normal videos he's doing, but his ones with the visas are going hard. Actually making him money.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, those Visa ones are always pretty popular.
You talk about a drum that wouldn't give up. You lose your arm and you still get out there and drum. That's amazing.
That sounds boring to watch somebody talk about visas on YouTube. I don't know. That's boring to me. I don't know.
Yeah, no, for us, yeah, Julie. But for other people, it's good information for people, But again,
when I was going
applies to
through the process, I was watching those damn videos all the freaking time. And let me tell you what, there's like a big window if you go to get married and or bring a foreign woman over there. I mean, it takes a long time to go through that process. So
how much does it cost, man? I've heard I've read things that it could only cost you like $2,500 or even less.
I mean, if you're just talking strictly for the fees, like visa fees, like just the paperwork,
yeah,
the government itself, you're looking at probably 1,500-ish, maybe a little bit more. It may have gone up. I mean, I did all my shit, man. It's been a while ago now,
Yeah.
So it may be around 2,000 now.
So what are all these guys that say they spend tens of thousands? I mean, that's kind of
because they go out and get lawyers. Now, if you start including, the flights and all the transportation. I mean, if you look at the big picture, I mean, it could be that. You know what I mean? I mean, it could easily swell, depending on what you're doing.
If you're flying back and forth constantly, shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, I would say for me, the only expenses I truly look at is the actual, the paperwork stuff.
That's what I'm talking about.
And like she had to go to Bogota, so travel expenses to go. I mean, like I went there also, but I mean, just for her, I'm just looking at just for her. So her travel expenses to go to the interviews and actually come here. I would say probably about $3,000 if I was to probably add up all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because that's what I would be talking about, just like paperwork and all that,
Yeah. But yeah, if you start adding up, like you go there and you add in your motel fees, travel expenses, I mean, all the stuff. And a lot of these guys will do lawyers or getting those consultants to help them with the paperwork and that kind of stuff. And those can be anywhere from a few $100s to a few $1,000s, depending on where you go.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And it's a long process too. It ain't like it you do it within a couple months and you're done. It's when you first start out, it's $200 or $300, and a few many months go by, the interview rolls around, and it's a couple $100 more, and you got to wait for the next thing, and a couple more $100 there. Then after a couple years, roughly around $1,500 for just the paperwork type of stuff.
Yeah.
Paperwork, interviews, and and so so a lot of these guys, they talk about, I spent $10,000. They're including the travel and
boring.
I'll tell you what though, man, it still sounds cheaper, bro, because you know how these females are in the U.S. They'll fucking they'll leave your pockets leaking, bro.
They can. Well, I mean, it can happen anywhere, but
still a lot cheaper, man, than these broads in the U.S.
Yeah, Gandhi, I got that impression too about Ned.
these broads in the U.S. are like vampires, most of them, man.
God, see, now you're tarring everyone with the same brush, Dewey.
It's easier just to, it's one stroke of the brush. It's just easier like that.
Jay, just because you find them hanging in the closet upside down by their toes doesn't mean they're a vampire.
About the you're talking about how a lot of people when foreigners go to another country to live or whatever, it varies on the people, your personality and do you want to be around other people? I mean, obviously you're moving to Dumageddon. I wouldn't think you wanted to be a recluse because that's where a shit ton of foreigners are retiring to. They've been doing that for 10+ years there.
You don't go to Dumageddon to get away from foreigners, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. But I've never, of course, I've never lived anywhere for long periods of time. But just on all my travels, I would run into a few guys here and there. You can just, you try to say, hey, you can just kind of tell that they probably moved here to get away from the people back home, and you just say, hey, and you move on. But I'd say generally speaking for me, most people were always very friendly and would strike up a conversation with you for the most part. With these people who say that, I hear all the time, like everybody keeps to themselves and this and that. I just, man, for me anyway, my experience was the complete opposite of that.
Yeah, some guys I've met some people. They're fucking some rude fuckers, man. Like they just don't want to talk to people. They're just
I mean, listen, I also get that. Sometimes you do want to get away. You want to get away from the the normal shit for your life beforehand.
Ross, that doesn't mean you have to avoid or be rude to other foreigners.
Yeah, like I said, just in my travels, I mean, I really only had like maybe a handful of people that were actually just straight up rude, but there was plenty that were you could just kind of tell they didn't want to be bothered. You know what I mean? And which I just kind of let them be.
Yeah.
I think it's when you push it. Like if a guy literally doesn't want to be interfered with, he's doing his new life in this new country or whatever, don't try to push it. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people will do that, like, hey, why don't you want to talk or whatever, and the guy's like, fuck you, man. I tried to, I left my country to get away from having to socialize with people or whatever, so,
So if you like that, why have a channel with 20,000 subs?
Well, who has 20,000 subs and don't like people? So I mean,
Yeah,
I know you got to be talking about someone specifically, but
that's the Hobgoblin, I think too. He kind of remember how he's kind of hiding. He doesn't want to know he doesn't want to let anybody know what he's doing, but yet he has.
He's scared. He's scared, and this is my honest opinion, Dewey. He's scared that someone's going to put him into the authorities over there.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
What if someone want to actually pick him up and carry him down to the station? I mean, get out of here.
I fucking would.
No,
I'd knock him out, throw him over my shoulder, and dump him on their doorstep. So deal with him.
Right, well, I guess maybe there are a couple of people that'll do that. I wouldn't waste my time.
Yeah. It's a sad thing, but there's every country has them, but there's people out there who give their countrymen a bad name, and he's one of those guys.
Yeah, for sure.
And I just don't watch him anymore. I don't think he's got much of a following anymore. And I heard Gary talking on Popeye's show earlier, saying like he's got to the point where he's his own worst enemy, and his channel's never going to grow now. And he doesn't have content.
No, it's just his channel's been pretty much destroyed for a while, man. It's just his.
And he's done it himself, Dewey.
Yeah.
If you look at the top YouTubers on here, when it comes to the trolls and that, they just ignore them.
Yeah.
Hang on, guys. I've got to just deal with my dog here for a minute.
Yeah, I'm gonna start actually on my other channel, not this one, but on my other. I'm gonna change it. I'm just gonna start doing all my when I go to storage auctions and stuff and my finds. I'm gonna start doing all on that channel. Do that for a while.
Hey, Andy, you there?
Go. I'm going up in a couple of next week. Next week I'm going to see Ed sign his life away.
Ed, oh, Ed's getting married.
Yeah,
You're gonna be there?
yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
You talking about Ed?
Yeah.
You have a bachelor's party? You guys ain't gonna do nothing before? Like take him to the strip club or get some boom boom somewhere? Or
I don't think there's much happening in San Carlos. Nico's going to be there too, apparently.
you guys could round up some girls, man.
No.
Nathan,
I like my life as it is, mate. I don't want that.
Well, that's how we gotta explain to the Filipinos that that's what we do in the West. Like before we get married, we go to strip clubs and all that.
Mate,
You know.
I've got a Mindanao girl that grew up fucking handling a bolo.
She won't. There's no explaining it to her. Yeah, no, Filipinos won't like that shit.
Nah, midget boxing is coming in Manila, mate. We're a long way from Manila.
Hey, did your wife let you have a bachelor's party before you got married, Lost? See, oh, yeah.
Actually, talking about that, I better get off here and book the hotel.
Nathan, did you say it's Ed Lippert getting married?
Yeah,
Wow. Tell him congratulations from me.
no worries.
I like Ed. He's a good bloke.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, it's cool.
Sure. Well, I'm going to go, boys, and book a hotel before I forget all about this.
All
All right. Take it easy, Nathan.
The hotel for
Okay.
the bachelor party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't care about you going to like strip clubs and shit like that, or what?
Nah. I don't know much about San Carlos, but I'm pretty sure none of that shit's happening there.
Well, yeah, take him in the I don't know. Pretty sure there's something going on in Iloilo, man. Oh yeah, you can take him to Iloilo, man.
Well, we can either catch the ferry and go across to Cebu,
Get him some
or
lap
you can
dance.
you can go across the mountain to Buckethead.
Yeah, dude, get him some lap dances. He could put it on his YouTube channel.
Yeah. So we're directly opposite Buckethead, on the other side of the island over the mountain.
Bocola.
I'm not sure you can see the chat, Mike, but yeah, actually, Nathan has run into and spent some time with Bama over there. Actually, Bama and Frank at the same time. So
Yeah.
we all need to say a prayer for Nathan.
Oh fuck, man.
Yeah. Me and Bama went and visited Frank, much to Frank's surprise.
Well, how tall are
Yeah.
you, Nathan? How tall are you, Nathan?
I'm 5'8".
You're 5'8". Okay, and you look like
Yeah.
a monster compared to Barry. How tall is he really? If you're 5'8", he must be like is he like 5'5" or
5'6" or 5'7", something like that.
well,
He's just slightly shorter than me.
no, he was like 5'9" or
I don't know, that photo that Frank had makes me look way taller and bigger than the pair of them. But in reality, he's only slightly shorter than me. And bigger than the pair of them. But in reality, he's only slightly shorter than me. And bigger than the pair of them. But in reality, he's only slightly shorter than me.
Andy.
What the hell?
All right, who's doing that?
That was Andy.
Okay, I'm going to go, boys. Catch you later.
All
Yeah,
right,
take
thanks,
Later,
care,
man.
mate.
Enjoy your time.
Take care. Lost. I haven't seen you on fucking World of Warship. What's going on?
Here lately, I've my time has been pretty short between the move and work and everything.
You moved?
Yeah, I bought a house. It's not ready yet, but it got delayed, so it's November 7th now before I move in. Which of course my lease is up on the 31st, so I'm having to move everything into storage at the moment, and we got Airbnb, so I got to be out of here, like next week. So I've been kind of slowly moving everything and getting the house clean and that kind of shit.
You're still in
Yeah,
Texas, right? You still in Texas, Wes?
Yeah, I'm still in Texas.
That's a pain in the ass having to do that, Lost. I feel for you, man.
Yeah, it's a double kind of move. I got a storage right next to where the new house is, so it won't be that bad overall. But it just kind of sucks. I can't go straight from here straight to there.
Yeah, but moving is a pain at the ass at any time.
Moving sucks.
Did you already sell your other house, man, or did you keep?
No, I was just renting.
Oh, you were renting. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, this is the first house I've ever actually owned. So.
Oh shit. That's cool.
Well, congratulations, Lost.
Yeah, congrats, bro.
Yeah, man, I got a nice pad now, so looking forward to it. I can't wait.
You got the fucking jacuzzi in there, mate, or?
Nah, no jacuzzi, but that can come later.
Nothing like owning your own place. Yeah, I need to but to be fair to you, though, you've fucking spent most of your early years traveling around, so.
Yeah, when I was traveling for work, there was no way I was going to buy a house that I could never stay in. Or not staying enough, anyway.
Well, I think what you done was the way to go. Fucking spend that, your youthful years traveling around and enjoying life and seeing the world. And too many people are married at fucking 19 and 20, and they really have no idea what the world's like, mate.
Oh yeah. Yep.
You have a kid at that age, and for me, it was get a house first and then have kids. But I see a lot of people have their children first, and then kids cost you so much money, they struggle to fucking buy a house after that.
Yeah, that's true, man.
But I wish more people would take the time to fucking spend their early years traveling and seeing the world. And
well, I think more people are the new era or whatever. I think definitely more people are waiting before they get married young. Of course,
now,
plenty of oops babies that happen all the time, but can't get away from that. But
yeah, I hear.
Oops, baby.
Yeah, I haven't heard that one before. But it's true. It does happen. And once you start having kids, it ties you down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it does.
You got no kids at all. You only got nieces and nephews, right, Joey?
Yeah, I got no kids.
You planning to have any, or?
I do, I don't, man. It's something
I was like that too, mate. But
It's just-
I will say this: once you have them, it fucking changes you, mate. You have a totally different opinion and outlook once you have kids.
That's for sure.
I mean, I don't care. I mean, if I do, then I do. I mean, but I mean, it wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I was in the when I was your age, I was the same thing. Actually, I didn't really want to have them at all, but I definitely didn't want to have them with outside of marriage anyway. I wanted to kind of be secure for a child. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I would bit like that too. Whether it happened, if it happened, it happened. If it didn't, it didn't. But I tell you what, when it did happen, I've never looked back. Something I'll never regret, and one of the best things that ever happened in my life.
And you said you were what around like 30 or in your 30s when you had your kid?
I was 35 when my son was
Okay.
born, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
So that.
just turned 35. He was born 3 days after my birthday.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. So you waited a while. You didn't jump right into it.
Oh, mate, I'm kind of glad because by then I was a little more settled and mature. Hate to think what sort of dad I would have been in my early years because I was fucking running amok, So it worked out good in a way. I think older people make better parents. You take it more seriously, and
Yeah, I would say that's true. Definitely in my case, anyway.
In that
yeah.
case, Ed's going to make a great parent.
Yep, and definitely.
It's a good one.
Uh,
You had no offense, man.
yeah, Scott, when your kids are sick, man, it's one of those things uh, you almost wish that you could fucking take the illness from them and suffer it yourself. There's nothing worse than seeing your children sick, and you know what I mean, lost.
Oh yeah, we've been pretty lucky, man. My kid is got a pretty
Same.
good immune system, man.
Yeah, same here. We're lucky that way. Fucking boy could always eat too. Fucking unbelievable his appetite. We lost Dewey there.
Nope, no, he just fell off, huh?
He's probably gone to fucking have another bucket bong, mate. Oh, Jesus. Actually, was playing World of Warships, and Andy, because he invited me, he reckons when he plays in divisions with the groups that he invited, he gets some bonuses, and he got a couple of containers, and he sent me one last night, and opened up this container, mate, and there was a fucking ship in there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh, well, except it's a Chinese cruiser, so probably made in Taiwan, but.
Hang on. Get it right. It's a Pan-Asian. Because remember, I mean, realistically, fucking World War II, the Chinese were pretty well getting their ass fucking kicked. So I don't know what they did.
Yeah.
Fucking, but because it's based, like I said, when I looked at it, it's based on a British cruiser. So, it's probably just a British cruiser with fucking Chinese tags.
Well, possibly. I mean, it's not too bad. I've had fun in it.
No, yeah. I mean, hell, like I said, the thing, I wanted to try it out, you know what I mean? Like I said, I mean, I could have just got a container for myself, but, like I said, I mean, I recruited you. I thought, what the fuck, there was enough points there to give us both a container. I got, all right, hey, he gets a fucking cruiser. I got 15 fucking signals.
I got a tier 6 cruiser out of it. Thanks, buddy.
They give me, I think they give me 50% to experience, 50% or 100% to fucking experience, and 150% to credits. No, 50% credits, 100% experience, and 150% to my commander. So got plenty of the bastards now. But you got to play. That's right. You got to play with the person that you fucking bring into the game. So you and I need to play more and fucking and Dave
Yeah,
and
we
I
can do-
play more, and anyone else that
after this live stream, mate, I'm probably going to jump on there and
I'd probably need to go to sleep soon, because I've been awake for too
Jesus.
long. No,
Yeah,
see,
right.
I think I wake up about just before midnight, about 11:30. So, but I want to go. I'm almost out of milk, so I need milk, and I don't want to fucking. It's a bit old at the moment. You know me. I'd like to go up late at night and shit when there's no cunt there, because you know what I think about it, people. A bit like that.
I think I went to sleep about 4:30 in the morning and got up about 9:30. So, which is good because now I try and get back onto sleeping at normal times.
Yeah, no. That's one of those things, isn't it? I mean, that's what I tried to go to sleep this morning, but I'd only been awake for 8 hours, so I struggled a bit. And then Popeye's fucking thing popped up, and I was like, fuck it.
I had to listen to it. It was a good stream, and I have to agree with him that what that guy did with that money was that's a low life act, and you're right.
Yeah, when you're fucking.
What you said about charity, if you're doing charity, you don't go film yourself doing that shit because that's not charity. That's you're fucking looking for fucking the
pride. That's what people because we just do well, especially in a situation like that, where everyone knows where he's got the money from as well. It's kind of a bit, because really seriously, Warren, I heard Warren say something about having some kind of input into this. So basically, he's ripped off Pennsylvania Trucker, Warren, and this girl all in that one process. Because these people have given him money on the fucking proviso that he hands it on to her. So he's fucking, taking it under false pretenses and then refused to give it to the person that fucking. All because he's I don't know. I said, I don't want to. I don't really know him. I don't want to be fucking calling him a cunt with a K, a capital fucking K, even.
Well, he is, mate. He's the guy's a germ. He really is. To do that sort of shit, and to a girl that's in a wheelchair as well. I mean, fucking.
When I heard the reason that because that Popeye brought it up, he said allegedly. But, it's the same thing. The girl's not likely to say something like that, you know what I mean, unless it happened.
Oh, that part of it too, yeah. Wow.
In an Asian family, telling the family something like that brings shame on the family. And, she was reluctant to do it for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, to do that to a girl that's in a wheelchair, I mean, it says a lot about that guy. Honestly, I'll be fucking 100% here with you guys. It makes me so angry. I'd probably be scared to meet him because of what I would do to him. And I don't give a fuck that he's 60-something years old. If I came across that guy tomorrow, I would be fucking honestly scared of what I would do to him. It would not be fucking pretty, Warren.
Yeah, I feel exactly the same. Yeah.
Gunton, you better get off your ass and we'll start playing again. You mustn't be earning too much from me, cunt. We played for a while, but I don't know. Like I said, I feel like I might have upset him. I apologise, because me, I'll call you a cunt, and I'm over it.
We should get into some of these co-ops. I want to run around with this Tier 6 cruiser a bit. I've been having a bit of fun in that thing.
Yeah, no, like I said, I've got my Pensacola. I'm fucking
I'll work up to the US destroyers because they look good. But I want the heavy destroyers. That's what I'm after.
The Pensacola's a heavy one. The Dallas is a light one.
Mm-hmm.
So the Dallas line is a light one. The Pensacola line is the right one. Yeah, no.
I do, Gunner. That's what I play 99% of the time, Gunner. I play the random battles against people, but I'm just getting used to this cruiser.
We do both. That's right. I mean, at the end of the day, I see co-op as practice and random as fucking getting into it. I mean, most of my tasks, I mean, I'm up to like fucking mission 5 or 4 or 5. I think I'm up to mission 5 now on fucking
the randoms I like.
on the campaigns. So, you know, you have to play randoms to get those. So
I enjoy the randoms simply because of the experience you get.
Oh no, that's pretty handy as well.
And what I try and do is every day I try and make enough to get my 2 containers.
Andy, what the fuck? Oh, please don't go Andy. I'm gonna fucking bollocks you, Car 54.
You know what? Warren needs to get rid of that picture of Schultz and put up a picture of the Keystone Cops.
The Keystone Cops. No, the Keystone Cops were funny as fuck.
I've had Schultz for probably going on 25 years.
Jesus Christ!
What you need to put there is fucking do a Havoc but go to the fucking Clint Eastwood with his fucking Magnum.
Andy, I've got a quick question for you.
Oakley dokely.
Where's my battleship?
I can't give it to you because I didn't invite you. It only lets me do Thunder, fucking Gunner, because Gunner invited me, so I can. When I did it for Thunder, it gave me the option of who I wanted to send it to. So either Thunder, Dre, or Gunner, and no one else. So, but if you guys hadn't been so fucking impatient and shit, you know, like I said, knowing what I fucking know now, you know, I would have said that, you know, the way to go is to invite you all. You know, but
when your leg,
if you hadn't have bought that fucking Perth, I would have said start again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But fucking
that Perth, I've seen it in action. It doesn't look all that good.
It's a fucking really light cruiser. It's got like 100 millimeters of fucking, you know, armor on it or some fucking thing. It's pretty, but like I said, I mean, I've got it now. I was, you know, like I said, I bought it for sentimental reasons. It was an Australian ship. Although it was a British ship that the Australians bought. But I torpedoed a couple of people in it. And, you know, I just used that. And I bet that, like I said, I bought that Valkyrie to practice torpedoes as well, just to practice them. Like I said, I saw like a battleship the other day. I fucking blew my mind when I fucking saw that battleship. But mind you, he was breathing down my neck, so he didn't have much chance to get out the fucking way. I was just happy that when I went and clicked the button, it went, "Hey, yes, you can do that." You know, because usually I click the button and it goes, "Nah, you're not in a position to fucking fire those torpedoes." It's like, fuck off, just fire the fucking thing. You know?
Yeah. Like I said, I've tested out the torpedoes one time and I blew up an island, so at least I hit something.
Well,
I think I scored a 100 hit with torpedoes.
Or Gunner in that if you complete the first mission of the campaigns, the first, you know, all 10 of them, they'll give you 7. They give you 7 days free of, you know, premium. So, and the next one is a fucking great commander in it, or Japanese commander on a fucking Japanese ship. But you know, at the end of the day, fucking. But they're interesting, and and every time you do something, they every single, you got all these tasks inside of them, of the missions, and you get something for all of them every time you do something. But I'm on that Italian thing. I'm up to you get 4 tasks or 4 fucking things where you're gonna get so many things. I'm on the second one. I'm halfway through the second one. It's got to be done by 11th, but you got to do it with tier 5 and up. So, you know, fucking. But I was also wanted to talk to you guys about, the vision there. Well, we've been talking about that. But I was going to say about the clans. Like I said, 2,500 doubloons, and I could tell you, you know, I'd buy 2,500 doubloons. I'd be spending on other things. So maybe we should all fucking even learn and do a gunner and fucking join another clan because we're still playing.
Well,
you know,
The clan thing, though, is to share information and learn. And it'd probably be crazy for us to start our own clan at the moment.
Well, that's right. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe we should, because you can always leave a clan. So, you know what I mean? We might be best if we all just, if someone invites you and you feel like you want to fucking join them, maybe you should. You know, I mean, because, you know, we can all share information at the end of the day about what's what. You know, how to go. You know, like I said, as far as I'm concerned, this guy I was talking to on that was from Popeye's channel. I was talking to and became friends with on Steve. He's been playing for 2 years, so he's got he's on the agent. He's in the Philippines. And he's on the agent server, and he doesn't want to. He's got like from his account, he's got some wild shit, and he doesn't want to lose it because, you know, I said from my experience, the dudes that came across from Asia, they could have lost their agent accounts because the American one overrid their agent server. So because that's the same, you know, I think Sinister was saying he had some stuff that was after this guy reckons he's got a heap of stuff that's. So I told him I'd look through your streams and find out that stuff that Chris said. You know, I mean, that's the best I could do for him. You know what I mean?
Well, that's as far as I know. You do lose. You change servers, you do lose.
Oh, regardless.
So, as far as I know, yeah.
Even if you change the fucking bits.
I don't think you can take things from one server to the next.
All right. Yep. Well, I did suggest to him the other thing.
I think he'd start another account.
Well, that's what no. But it depends where realistically, because unless you pointed out to your, you know, that you wanted to download things in a different location, it's going to automatically overwrite what you've already got. So that was the other suggestion that I said to him, was that he create another email, because he said he's tried a couple of times. So, you know, and the other guy said this too, where, because, you know, we were talking about it for ages. So that email is associated with that. So like I said, I'm only troubleshooting at the end of the day. I've only been playing a month. I don't really fucking know. But, you know, I said that he should maybe partition a part of his drive if he wants to keep that, you know, keep the Asian version. You know, because that's what he said. He's out there on the Asian fucking playing for 2 years, and there's no cunt playing with. You've got no cunt to play with, and it's more fun. As you said, more fun playing with other people. So that was
best thing we did was go to the North American server. That's for sure.
Oh, for sure, 100%. You know, I mean, I'm not gonna disagree with you on that. Fucking, you know, it's been fun, and I've enjoyed it. Yeah. So, and, you know, like I said, I've got 11 people on the fucking list now. I said, told you at first, you wankers. For fucked.
We did believe you fucking.
Yeah, you're a fucking. God damn.
Stop drinking that sour mash, you redneck.
Yeah, don't make me upset. I'll fucking do it. No, I will.
Actually, it seems to me that Gunner upsets you more than you upset him.
Oh, no. I think you might be fucking mistaken there. I mean, he was only pulling up fucking things that Manic had already said to me. He didn't come up with his own fucking ideas. Hey?
Dog and a hot dog in a pizza parlor.
Ain't no Americans get, well, apart from Popeye. Yeah, Popeye's the only one that can possibly.
You want some Eskimo?
You know. But no, fucking. Well, you know, like, because like I said, yeah, illusion and delusion. It's like the fucking, you know, the torpedo incident. You know, fucking.
The torpedo incident.
I still survive. I mean, that was like I said, it's kind of a weird thing. Roused me up. I'm just passionate. You just misunderstand me. I'm passionate. That's all. I said, yeah, and I sound aggressive because I mean, the other day with, was it Gary? Yeah. No, I got a bit fucking up. Well, went a bit like don't go twisting things. It's things, cunt. I'd hate to be grammar Nazi, but yeah, no, fucking, you couldn't upset me in a fucking fit, cunt. It's that simple. But anyhow, yeah, no. So like I said, I can get passionate. I can sound aggressive. People have told me that a lot, that I sound aggressive. I'm not. I'm never serious on here because it's like I said. There's a whole nother level I can go to, and I just fucking don't go there because there's repercussions from that fucking level. So I just fucking fuck around, call you a cunt, tell you to fuck off, maybe occasionally even tell you to fuck off and not come back. I just hope that you do come back, but fucking hey, these people have fucked off and not come back. But that's life. That's life. Shit happens.
Indy, you're sounding aggressive.
I'm just too aggressive. That's what the problem is. That's right. Fuck, I'm going to run out of papers. That's no fucking good. See, now there's a reason to get upset. I'm going to run out of fucking cigarette papers. Fuckers.
Do you have a spare pack in that extra machine you bought?
Oh, yeah. Thanks, man. Actually, I found another packet. I was fucking... the ones that came with this, the hemp papers that came with this rolling machine. Not too, I mean, I use paper papers, but yeah, those ones aren't too bad. In a fucking squeeze. I mean, realistically, in a nice way. Yeah. Well, it is a nice way when you're only fucking saying words on a fucking screen, there, man. Hey, fucking, But
I'm starting to worry about this relationship between you and Gunner. It's seeming more and more like a fucking husband and wife kind of thing at the moment.
I mean, that's only because he got bitchy. I mean, bitchy with me about my countdown. I mean, like I said, I could have handled it differently. From now on, you can fucking do it. Countdown. Or is the issue you can't fucking count? Hey.
Well, we can sort of forgive him. He is American.
Like I said, it's funny. It's funny when I do the countdown. It's 3, 2, 1, and then when Moss is like done the countdown, it was 1, 2, 3. I just thought, yeah, that'd be fucking typical. I'm not that it matters how you do a countdown, but it's not a countdown, is it? 1, 2, 3 is a count up. Oh, but hey.
It's funny, I reckon they. This is the thing about Americans. I reckon they got to the moon quicker than they ever found fucking Bin Laden. It took them longer to find Bin Laden than it took them to get to the moon.
But how long was he fucking sitting in Pakistan there for a while? And shit, even while Pakistan was they were allies. Pakistan was their ally, and he was still fucking sitting in Pakistan.
Yeah, well, I reckon they probably knew too.
Well, we don't. I mean, look, we can assume at the end of the day, we don't know.
That's right. No, I agree. We don't know.
I mean,
that's just my personal thought on.
Once a CIA asset, always a CIA asset.
Who's to say he's dead? No, there's no proof that he's dead.
That's right. Of course he's not. I mean, that whole martyr thing, if they killed him, they made a martyr out of him as soon as they were even this illusion of...
there was a pretty compelling picture with a hole in his head.
Photoshop, mate. Imagine the kind of programs they've got access to.
I won't disagree with that, but I'm just saying it was
but
pretty good.
Why just say, oh, yeah, we put him on a carrier and we chucked him out overboard in the sea? I mean, it just seemed a little bit, and that is it still Team 6? What? Mysteriously, they all got fucking killed off.
Yeah, I've heard that they all got killed off. That they've had been put in situations and they've ended up. Yeah, there might be some of them, but I did see something about that.
You need tomato shop though when you've got tomato sauce.
Yeah, I'm not sure the tomato sauce thing would have worked, but you can do a lot with fucking Photoshop. I just don't know. I mean, you'd like to believe that they did the right thing there, but you just never know. I mean, in this world we live in at the moment, everything is smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, and he's a Saudi Arabian, and you're all good mates with the Saudi Arabians. You know, mob of cunts that they are, eh? Fuck hell, that's a regime I wouldn't be supporting.
And the bottom line here for me is that when we go back to 9/11, I know not really terrible with all that she was. There's enough shit to say that maybe that he wasn't the only one involved in that.
Yep. You know,
There's a lot of strange things that happened.
There's a lot of dodgy shit in there.
Yeah.
But
a lot.
We're never going to know.
Yeah, no, of course not.
Those kind of things. I mean, you only got to look at, I think it was that the JFK files came out.
No, we'll never know. The truth won't come out on that.
But that's right. But then Trump, some of the files he refused to let go till later, put an extra time on them or something. I was saying. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. There's always fucking lots of different things where, you know.
Yeah, Rain Man, very suspect. Very, very suspect. Personally, I would have thought that at that time, I mean, it's not in etiquette, I guess, to be throwing around and showing a dead body to everyone, but I think after what happened during 9/11, I think the American public needed a little bit more proof than what they were given.
He's probably in the 15th basement of Guantanamo Bay. You know,
30 levels down.
Yeah,
He's sharing his fucking cell with a Rottweiler.
That's basically. I mean, could you see? You know, what I mean, it just seemed like, it just seemed really fucking dodgy. I mean, realistically, he's the fucking instigator and he's the they put all the blame on him. You'd think, I don't know, I would have expected them to, maybe tell us that he's dead, but lock him away and in their deepest, darkest fucking dungeon.
Yeah. You know what? I mean, killing him is one thing, but I think a guy like that, if he was totally responsible for all that shit, he deserved to be rotting in a prison and suffering. I think killing him was an easy way out for a guy like that, to be honest.
Well, there's a lot of nasty things especially a devout Muslim. Put him in a deep, dark place where we don't know which fucking way he is, fucking east or west, and whichever way they fucking pray.
And not only that, if you starve him and just give him some bacon to eat.
That's right. Oh, that's right. There's lots of things that you can fucking do to him. That could be
the only reason Obama ordered him to be shot was because he had a better handicap. Obama was
I don't know. The whole thing is it's up in the air to me. I mean, like I said, Andy knows I'm kind of pro-American, but a lot of things they do is just full of smoke and mirrors. And what's the truth these days, really?
That golf thing was the thing I was told by a Canadian. They didn't kill him because he had a better. Sorry, they did kill him because he had a better handicap than Obama. How ridiculous!
Oh Jesus! Well, guys, I might end this stream and take a bit of a break and then jump on the World of Warships for a while. I reckon.
I will. I don't know. Like I said, I still
go
feel
to sleep, Andy. Well, if you're wide awake, get on there, but.
Now, what happens is, though, I mean, what I've done a few times is I feel wide awake and then I get off of here and then I slow down. Because I'm talking, I'm listening, I'm aware of my surroundings and stuff, and then, you know what I mean? But suddenly I'm quiet.
It didn't hit you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like that too.
As well, so, fucking.
Yeah.
Usually means I'm going to have a sleep afterwards, but I actually do for a while. I went out.
Yeah, grab a coffee and.
I need a coffee, actually.
Yeah, look, you know what, Gunner? I have fucking nightmares about those torpedoes. I fucking hate them. But Gunner, thanks for popping in. Rain Man, VR who was here earlier, Jedi, who got Scott who was in here, Lost was on the panel, so we'll say goodbye to him in a minute. Steve, Nathan, all you guys, thanks for jumping in here. Been good. Andy, Lost, Warren, Popeye, Dewey. Thanks, guys, for jumping on the panel, and Nathan as well.
You know you'll see me sooner or later on there. Fucking, if it's not now, it'll be later.
Yeah. Yeah, Rayman, I agree. It is boring. I know if you follow a team, you like to see them win, and I know I'm no different, but I'd rather see my team win by a couple of points than say by 30 or 40. I like a good game, and so I hear what you're saying, mate. But you take care, Rayman, DR, Gunner, all you guys. Thanks for popping in. It's been good to see you all again. I won't be a stranger. I'll do a few more and a bit more often. But,
See you, Rain Man, DR, Gunner, everyone else.
So
Oh,
World of Warship time? Is that what's going on here now?
yeah, mate. I reckon it's
Yeah, I
World
can get a
Warship
couple
time.
games in before I hit the hay, I guess.
Oh, well, fucking get. Well, I know Warren's got the ships. For what's your highest tier, Lost?
4 is my highest tier. I think I got 2 of them at 4.
Okay, so it's all right. I can use a tier 5 then. But I'm going to run around with that cruiser later. But yeah, all right. We can grab you. I'll throw you in a division with me, and whoever else is there.
We can always stay in the background here, you know. That way we can talk to each
Well,
other.
yeah, we can talk that. That sounds good to me, Andy. Good thinking, brother.
See, Andy, you're not just a pretty face.
When I tell that's what I keep saying all this.
Warren,
Hey.
fucking hell. You on morphine again?
Yeah. The cat.
All right, all you guys. I'm gonna take this off of YouTube. You all take care. Thanks for joining us. It's really appreciate it, guys. You all take care. I'll leave StreamYard running, guys, so we can chat while we're in the game.
Yep.
Mark, give Jazz a big tonguey for me.
Oh fuck! I just kicked her outside because she was being a bitch.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna clear this and then I'll go check her. But I'll be jumping into the game.
Oh, you know what? We need to watch this fucker. He wants to steal Zara, and now it sounds like he wants to fucking steal fucking her as well. A boy and a girl.
Jazz is no good. Jazz is no good for Ron because he's got a cat.
Oh, that's okay.
Popeye, look at Popeye. He had to come in and fucking let us know. Patriots 33, Jets 0. You bastard, Popeye.
I don't really care about
Gosh.
Well, see, Popeye, what are you doing even watching that game? There can't be no fucking. No, you're a Patriots fan. You'll be loving it. All right, guys, you all take care. That includes you too, Popeye. And I'll see the rest of you guys. I'll stay in the StreamYard anyway, and I'll see you in the game, okay?
Yeah, no worries. I'm already there.
What are you going to do, Andy?
Hey?
Cooey, cobbers.
What are you going to do?
Crikey! Because Malik's on here.
Struth.
Yeah, I sent him a Facebook message before.
Is he in hospital? We should have gone and visited him while he's in hospital.
I asked him where he was, but he has not responded to me. I'm guessing he doesn't want to. Yes. Although we could go in there. I know what his last name is. Is he got back to you?
Yeah, I'm just logging in to see. No. No such luck.
Yeah, no. Well, you know, I mean, when you're sick, it's one of those things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I reckon he's gonna. He did say something about. So I'm guessing that fucking abscess that he had on his foot that he's gonna try and. Well, I still got that. I told you, I got a picture that'll top any picture he fucking do, any picture he sends. And I haven't even sent that to you.
What the fuck? It's not letting me end the broadcast.
Hello?
Hey?
That's weird. It's not letting me end the broadcast.
That's really weird.
It's very weird.
I'm a member, mate. RFS gets all of my money already. All right, thank you, Biden.
This is really weird.
Is that someone at your door?
Oh, no,
No,
phone
I
call.
think it's fun.
Well,
Tell market a scum.
How's this?
Oh,
It's not letting me. It's not letting me end the fucking podcast.
do a refresh of your browser. That might work. I don't know how many.
If needed, I can start a new stream.
Yeah, no. Well, you know, we're going to get in there and all those kind of things. Well, we're here. You know, that's all I mean. I mean, you can do it anywhere. I mean, I don't know. You got to rejoin again, though, Thunder. I'm guessing that might work. Like I said, I only try and troubleshoot at the best of times. You know, try this, try that. I can, you know, this. I can. That's like last night. No crap. I woke up at 11:30 and I thought, oh, I should go back to sleep and you know, and spin myself onto the right fucking pattern. And I thought, oh, in case it's busy tomorrow, I'll just log on, just to log in because you know every time you log in, you get your fucking bonuses and shit. And now I thought, oh, I'll just have a game, and that was it. I was gone. I was fucking off again, playing for fucking did all my fucking. I got 40. I got two cruisers, tier 6 cruisers, and 2 tier 6 battleships. And then I got 3 tier 5 battleships, 2 tier 4 battleships. And then after that, it becomes a 1 tier 3, 1 cruiser, tier 3 cruiser. I'm down to 1 tier 2 cruiser and 2 tier 1 cruisers. I got rid of another one. Got rid of a commander. Are you back? I can't see you. What's going on? Is he in the
I think he
background?
rebooted his computer.
Warren, is that you, the Aussie Fleets?
Yeah, it is, mate.
It is him now. Where is he? He hasn't come back.
I think he must have rebooted his machine.
He said
Oh,
he
right.
wanted to do something with the dog or whatever, I thought.
He all of a sudden logged out of World of Warships.
All right, so that's what he's probably restarted his computer. I mean, because I probably should do it myself again.
Oh, I've
So we're
got
on
these
here.
Halloween ships or whatever.
It's a bit.
It's a wank.
It's a bit, yeah. I mean, I did it. We all kind of did it the first night,
Yeah, I forgot that they were there.
and then I mean, hell, you know, because you get 50% on them all. You know, the 50% bonusing on them all, and you can use those. You can actually use the experiences on ships to transform into credits, so you can research your ships and shit. But I mean, I could be fucked. You know what I mean? They're all only temporary at the end of the day, and they'll be fucking, taken away. You have the points, you can use them for converting and shit, but I'd rather just work on, you know what I mean? I've got 15, well, hang on, I've gone down now. Oh, no, that's what I replaced one. I've got 15.
Well, who else is on? Because we can only have, 3 in a division, right?
Yeah.
Well, Gunner, I seen Gunner was in
Well,
there.
Gunner,
So
okay, Gunner's here. Maybe we can do.
Gunner should come up so I can abuse. I mean, so we can.
Well, I invited both you and Thunder to this division. We can have.
We're still on YouTube, aren't we? Still 8 people watching. Hello.
Hello, YouTubers.
Welcome to your nightmare. I mean, my nightmare. So,
You can sing out of key for once.
hey, I sing very well, Well, hang on. That's the funny part, actually. I think, you know what I mean? I said, when I first started, I thought I sounded like a fucking, it sounded horrible. But other people, Lost would probably tell you I sound horrible. I think he said something like that. But I reckon
nasty. I said you were going to sing out of key for once.
For one. All right. Well, I wasn't listening. There you go. Fucking. But there are people that seem to like what I fucking sing. So, you know what I mean. But I do. Yeah,
I've
if
heard
you
you
listen,
do one.
I have improved on what Popeye did at the Popeye won on me, and I have improved. Even I think I've improved since then.
All right,
You
I
know?
guess I'll send. Who wants invites in? Well, Thunder just went offline or something.
Well, actually, I'm just waiting to see what because we're going to be 2-2 or 3-2. I mean, well, realistically, Gunner's not going to come if we're running on 4s, but he might. I don't know. I can't speak for him. Sometimes I can't even speak to him.
Send him a message.
You there, Cobber? You out there?
I just called him a slacker.
Who, Gunner? Well, that'd be pretty close to the fucking point. Why? Look, what the fuck, Warren? You know you don't spell Cooey with a W.
What?
You don't spell Cooey with a fucking W.
You do in Sydney?
Coo-
Cooey.
No, it's not how it's spelled. Look it up Look it up in Google, Collar.
Google's wrong.
Look it up in a dictionary. Oh no, I have never spelled it with a fucking W like that. I've seen you do it a few times. I've never seen anything before, but then I've seen it then. And like I said, I was feeling kind of grammar Nazi-ish. I thought, fuck it, I'll say something. I'm going to do, carry on a bit because, we're,
Is that for you?
hang on a minute. If we're here and Thunder's not, I better fucking change my fucking avatar. Back to the fucking skull and crossbones. Here we are. Hey, my hearties. Hey. There you go. Pity I can't check the name, but oh well. We'll have to go with the Jolly Roger there. I'm feeling pretty jolly, but that could be that I've been awake since. It's not that bad. I've only been awake for. What are we looking at? 11:30. What are we looking at? About 14 hours. That's not too bad. Maybe a little bit more, a little bit less around there, so that's not too bad. Well, the only reason I would go to sleep now is that I want to go to the shops tonight. I wanted to go last night, but I fell asleep. Fucking typical. Shops close at 9 o'clock. I woke up at 10 past fucking 9. But then I thought, fuck this, I'm going back to sleep again because I still feel tired. And then I wake up again about 11:30, and then I stayed up.
Excuse me. I just sent you 2 invites. Let's get a game going while we're waiting for these other clowns.
I'm just waiting for Thunder. He sent me a nugget invite. Oh, there it is there. I got 4 minutes and 38 seconds. That's better. But there is actually another way of spelling it. Well, in my word game, see if I spelt Cooey the first way you did with a W, that would be wrong in the game, the word games that I play. But Cooey with the 2 O's and 2 E's is acceptable. And also the other thing that's acceptable is, and I've seen this in a fucking I've seen this in the dictionary as well, is Cooey but spelled Cooey. That's another way to spell it. But that's because that's handy, because Y's are always worth 4 points. So
I'll
sometimes,
believe it. Thousands wouldn't, but I'll believe you.
well, that's fucking. I don't care if you do. I mean, that's fucking. Look, some of the other words that they got on this fucking server, on this game, that's like, you got to be kidding me. Who the fuck made that shit up? You know what I mean? Some of the words that they got. So, it's one of, but see how it is too, because now it's they're international games. They have accept other, or, the English version of something. So it becomes, some of the words I've seen, I'll write them down. Now you can't get back. Oh, come on, Mark. Seriously? You should be able to get back. You just go into fucking StreamYard. You should be able to into the fucking.
Andy, I've got to reboot my computer. So can you get Mark to send me the link in Facebook? I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Can't get in.
You can't get into Facebook?
No. You're reading the fucking chat there. He says, I refreshed and can't get back into StreamYard.
Oh, okay. Don't know what that's all about.
That's odd, isn't it? But he just lost connection. No, you're still here as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, what I'll do is I'll reboot my machine and then I'll send you a text to find out what's going on.
Now, seriously, you should be able to just fucking... once you log into... every time I go, it just says enter broadcast... and away you go. It should be simple. Oh no, here I am, all alone. Where's the porno pics? No, only kidding. You know me. I wouldn't have any. Well, I'm not sure I could transfer them from Facebook. Anyhow, we'll go there. Hey, did you restart your computer or did you just refresh? Only because really seriously, you want to fucking turn this off, don't you? You know me, Crystal. I'm the last one to leave. Like I said, I don't even leave unless they kick me out, but that's why I'm still here. Okay? Maybe if I could get my camera to work, I could put a bucket on my head. And then no one would recognise who I am. Well, I might have to use a fucking... It must be... See, how long... When was the last time you turned your computer off, Mark? That's what it comes down to. You'd be a bit like me. So, gosh. Oh no! That'd get me banned with Mark. He wouldn't invite me back if I start singing. You just restarted it, all right? Because this is going to be on here regardless if you. So you're going to have to find some way to go on. I don't know how it's going to work. It won't let you access StreamYard. That seems really strange. Oh dear, Marnie. 99 problems. 99 problems, and fucking StreamYard appears to be one. I don't. So, if I leave, it'll just be. I can leave, of course, but I'm not sure I want him now. I'm here. I'm the star of the show. You can't see me dancing around, can you? You're all missing out. Hey, I'm quite the dancer. I better stand up, I guess. This is really weird. There's no limit with this thing, and you might not be able to get on again. So you need to sort this out now. You need to work this out now. You know what I mean? What have we got here? No, doesn't really fucking help you. Unless, of course, you can email them and say, hey, this, because I've got the, the actual link. Avast is blocking you. We'll give it you should be able to, nah, I don't know. I don't know, but I'll take the fucking. No, it won't. Well, hang on. It might actually. Well, there's at the end of the day, as much fun as it is, me, I prefer to bounce or someone. It might. No, hang on. No, I don't know. See, the other week I did a private one. Well, that's right. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, no, that's what I was, the other week I did a private one and it wasn't on. I came back to 2 people left. So, at the end of the day, what's the worst can happen? There's no one here. But I'll get the number for you. Or the actual address. All right? I'll copy down the address for you. So you can. All right, Thunder. I'll copy down the address for you. So here you go. I could even send. I can just give it there. It doesn't matter. No one else can get on. Although it's probably it's probably in the fucking chat. I don't know, but you might be way back. Probably Avast is blocking StreamYard. You should be able to get Avast to you should be able to I have to say thank fuck I don't use Avast anymore actually, but you should be able to make you should be able to go into Avast and make an exception. It seems really weird that Avast is because realistically, why is it stopping you now where before it let you? So basically, I think that you should be you should be able to go into Avast and from memory, because I've used it for a long time, and make an exception some way. That's what I can do. But I will, I'll do my bit. I'll take one for the team, and I'll just hang around here and keep people entertained. Or I could just, I don't know, maybe I should change my fucking symbol to piss off your bastard. No, or sorry, we are currently having technical difficulties. The rules. So, or I could keep them all away by singing. See, I haven't got it anymore, so and the other computer's not set up, so because it's on the other computer, but firewall. Because no, hang on. Let me see. There should be. Maybe look up on YouTube about Avast. Just in case. I'm going to do myself a thing and see if it's, how it has. Let me see if that's the case. There. See, there's something here. All things considered. Yeah. Remove Avast. Oh, currently uninstall. All right. Yeah. No. Avast. What's it? Was it? Let me see. Blocking. Oh, so there is actually some things about it. So blocking. What are we looking at? SteamYard. Let's see what's here. It says Steam. It says a few things. Really, I guess they'd all be the same, wouldn't they? How to say? How to disable Avast? There is a couple of fucking. So because even if you just disable it for.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, I had to turn the fucking one of the shields off. Avast was blocking me. I refreshed StreamYard and it took me out and wouldn't let me back in there because of Avast.
Yeah, I said. I took Norton's. I've just got Windows 10 looking after me now, and that does seem fine. So, but you might have, that was one of those good things in a way about, a few times there. Well, getting away from Avast. Avast is a pain in the ass because they kind of all take over your computer.
Yeah. It done it to me once before too. It seems to identify StreamYard as a problem.
All right, but it seems like it's only temporary because you've obviously used it before. Yeah, no.
Well, this time I turned that shield off permanently.
All right, yeah, I was about to look. Avast antivirus had to disable Avast.
It's
caused a few problems with people here and there. You know, would appear. So Warren has restarting his computer, and we'll be back. Oh, there he is.
What's he started?
Well, you don't have to start a new session. We're here. I mean, it's up to you, Mark. You know, at the end of the day.
Well, it's up to Warren, whatever he wants to do. But got this one working. But if he wants to, it's up to him. I'll see if I can now close off this one anyway, Andy.
Yeah.
See if I can end the broadcast. So, yeah, guys, Lefty, DR, and that. I'm going to see if I can close this off. If you want, we can join.
Yeah, whatever.
Warren.
Bastard, Warren. You're going to make me fucking click my mouse more than once, you bastard. How dare you?
All right, let me see how it goes, Andy. I'll stay on here for a bit. I'll just see if I can end the broadcast.
You sure? You know me, you can't